It's just us super cool guys here today. So, with that, I see no need to pad things out. We might actually get some stuff done.
Don't have hope.
Like that one song, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if I could remember?
Beach Boys.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were...
I just remember the Fallout 76 advert.
Yeah, same.
We're not even a minute in. So, what did we... Let me check my absolutely horrendous notes and see what we've done last week. Clive got 4
Racism.
gator rations. Brutus
Gator?
got a shield.
Oh, lizard folk.
Aziri, which now that I look at it, looks more like it says Asim. Aziri gets 5 javelins.
I also got... Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I thought you'd done.
No. There you go.
Well, no, it's your list, mate. Go ahead, finish it.
Oh no, I'm trying to understand my handwriting, so please, by all means, you go.
No, it was just the amount of meat that he harvested. It's not really anything interesting. Just wanted to be proud of myself.
Gator meat, aka lizard people.
Yeah, there we go.
Also
So,
monkey
oh yeah, monkey.
and terrafolk.
Yous were taking a little walk from where yous were last, hiking up your boots, moving on up to the east side and all that. Aziri and a few others noticed some odd shapes in the sky that seemed to be circling. Eventually settled down for the night. This is really what it sounds like it looks like we've done so much, but like we've done very little. It's great. Settled down for the night. During that particular night, yous enjoyed a beautiful, nice, very cute little watch where, and I shit you not, actual quote here was Clive had Huarel polish Daddy's helmet that he spat on.
Huh?
Actual quote. I think you were maybe away at that point, Pepsi. They had I will call it an awkward interaction, because that's technically what it was, an awkward interaction.
This
And
was so much more than that.
yep. And then after that, Brutus and Amber were awoke for their watch, where Amber heard some fun noises. In those fun noises, Amber looked up to find a Grillion. And in finding said Grillion, got into a fight. Well, it was about that time that the party didn't realise that there were 6 giant creatures from the Cretaceous period that decided to join the battle.
They're seagulls, mate.
Crustacean period?
You know South Park where it's Chef's parents? About that time I realised this Girl Scout was 12 foot tall. And it's like, God damn it, Loch Ness Monster, you ain't getting no tree fitting. That. But yeah, also seagulls for Icareth. Perhaps, was Icareth here last session? Yes? Yes?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, seagulls, mate. As Siri alluded to, the seagulls came down and basically actually done what seagulls normally do. Harassed people, annoyed people, and almost killed people. Fucking seagulls. And that's,
Stop it, man.
after that, yous found, Aziri found a quiver that was given to Brutus. And yous all went to bed after some butchery happened, shall we say.
I know.
And
Completely fine to do.
now yous awake in the early evening. What is it? You wish
Long
to.
rest was finished, right?
Yeah. Knocked off
Yeah.
the long rest before we finish session.
I don't remember if Clive wanted to do anything before the end of previous session. I think I did, but I forgot what.
I think it was just
So
the butchery,
we'll just-
if I recall correctly. Yeah. Yeah, it was the butchery. We took care of that beforehand, so that way you wouldn't forget. And you got like
Alright.
what
I
was it again?
forgot.
4 rations.
Yeah, I got 4 steaks and 4 fillets.
Yeah,
4 ape steaks and 4 terra folk. Whatever. Clive will opt to, clean up camp and go on.
Quick question: is it a new dawn or is it just a new day?
It's neither.
Okay,
And I'm
just making sure.
good.
Let me know when dawn cracks out, because I want to know when I can use my spear again. That ability.
Tom?
Did it rain during the rest, or was it pretty much just like muggy type thing?
It was quite muggy at the time, but if you want to roll a D47, we'll find out whether or not that changed. D47? Yeah, D47.
It's space after the D.
No, /R space 1D47. 42. It's still quite muggy. It's still quite bad. Not
Yeah,
raining,
my armor
but...
broke, didn't it?
Yeah, your armor broke, so like it's a nice breeze for you more than anything. Is your armor re-imported?
No.
But yeah, with that, as Clive is sorting things up, is there anything anybody's doing in the meantime whilst I am writing some stuff out?
Hunting seagull. It's a small type.
Yeah? Pepsi?
No, not really. I don't really
Is
have
it-
anything for Brutus to do.
Is it coming too dark?
Yeah, it's basically at this point here, it's like... It's nearly 7 PM, but it is quite dark. The sun has already set.
So Aziri would like to take a mental note of what side the sun set, and she's going to try and see if there's any sort of breaking in the canopy and clouds, and see if there's any potential stars that she might be able to take as a reference point for direction. Just to see if we're going to be traveling during the night, so that we don't get lost. Oh, sorry. When we get lost, because we will, it's going to be easier to sort of really find the direction type thing. So, if we were heading south, the sun's gone down on our right. She's going to be looking up and trying to see if there's any sort of possible way of finding anything that might be some kind of reference point for when we get lost.
Yeah. Make a survival check on that one there, just be safe, yeah. There are a few stars that you can make out. Similar to some constellations that you've seen where you're from, but they seem higher up in the sky. You've seen a few new constellations that you've never quite seen before. I'm gonna ask real quick, Gark, with absolutely no context, 20% chance, roll a D100.
Oh.
For all of us to see every time.
It's because sometimes I test things out on my end.
Yep. No, I'm exactly with you.
whatever.
Don't worry, I know what you want. It's something you fucked around with. You want to make sure it worked without inconveniencing me going, oh, don't worry about that. I do it as well, don't worry. But yeah, as you are looking around, there's a few that you can see there. You get a rough idea as to how things are supposed to be, to your understanding of the world. Given that we just found out last week, I only realised what a peninsula is. Probably best you take from this whatever you take from it.
Yeah, you're not going to know. You might recognise it when we get lost, and we go that way.
As you, Clive, are patching things up, though, and packing away, you do see, underneath one of the tents that you didn't quite notice, we'll call it under Amber's tent, because it's hilarious to think that Amber was so heavy she's made a bit of a ditch here. You do see that there is a rather large box in the ground.
What kind of box? Like wood, cardboard?
Wood with metal reinforced edges.
Like a box, as in like something to the item to store something in, or a box like a box around the ears, you know?
Like a chest, Vox. Like a chest.
Like a chest, as in
I'm
the
scared.
the front of.
Jesus
You know,
Christ.
So, you
in all
see
of my
that there,
ga-
Dark.
Hey, that's fucked up. In all of my games so far, whenever there's been a chest that's cursed, that suddenly appears at camp. So I'm a little scared. But Clive will yank it out of there. You know, no need for secrecy. We'll place it like 20 feet away from camp, but we'll sign like, "Hey, I found this underneath the tent. Gonna put it somewhere. Can I open it somewhere safe in case
Yeah.
bam, explosion?" And if no one objects or says anything, he will.
Is it new or is it like rotting?
It looks like it's been there for a while. Like it's definitely been there for some time.
That is rather suspicious to be right underneath our camp.
Yeah, right. Right.
maybe
Actually,
we should
can you?
check it for traps and also check it for any traces of magic.
Could Clive do like an investigation and ask sign to Amber if she can ritually cast detect magic on it?
If you're going to
Uh,
investigate it, then I will give you, or I will lend you rather, this book. And I will also cast.
Yeah, but that doesn't help with investigation checks.
you said detect magic, you said?
It's just
Yeah.
intelligence, and then it gives examples. We've determined in the past.
No, those aren't examples. Those are the checks.
Well, we have used it for investigation in the past.
What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hold the book in front of the keyhole, so when a dart or spike flies out, it goes into the book and not you.
Oh, I can detect me some
Yeah.
magical room.
You're
Like
so
cast
much
the-
better at the redneck accent than she is.
I did not catch
Yeah,
what
I'm
you said.
American. Ritually cast detect magic. Okay, look, I'm gonna cast me some detecting of the magics.
Detect, could you proc off detect magic for me just so I can read it? There we go. For a duration, you sense the presence of magical within 30 foot of yourself. Okay.
And I'm ritually casting it.
The chest is
It'll
not
take
magical.
like 10 minutes.
The chest.
What, Blair Buster is not a magical chest.
Sorry, I thought this was like an explosion radius or something.
No,
Yeah,
it's detect magic.
It's got fireball on it, yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, the entire camp is gone. All the tents are just burnt up.
Oh, sorry, that was fireball.
Brutus's eyebrows are just gone.
Would the 13/18 reveal anything?
It is locked.
Alright. Giddy. Oh, it's locked.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, I'll take the chest out back. and like my old dog Skippy, will proceed to smash its head in. Well,
Okay.
actually, first he'll ask the others, like, "Hey, is anyone here good with lockpicking?" Before I try and break this thing open.
not picking. But if it's been in the ground a long time, it might be like rusty and stuff. So you might want to look at the hinges. We used to have a door that went all rusty, it all fell apart, and they're really easy to break off. So you could look at them.
If you have
Yeah,
some,
I'm known
Good
for
idea.
being good.
if you have
We'll
a
look
bit
at the
of,
hinges on the back. Do they look
if you have a bit
fragile?
of, if you have some vinegar and baking soda, you can probably get that open.
Do you know
That's
if
a
you've
very
got...
good idea, Fox. However, we are in the middle of a jungle, and I don't have my home cleaning supplies on me at the moment.
Ewan
I
has
fed
her
them all
chest.
to one of the
Cooking
monkeys.
supplies. Baking soda
Ewan
and
has his chest.
You get a master lock and another master lock. The hinges, they look dirty. It's definitely an older chest for certain. I'd say it's maybe been in the ground about 5 years or so. So they're more muddied and crusty than they are rusty.
All right. Well, he'll, with the pommel of his sword, he will try and smash the lock off, or just smash the wood in. But I'm not sure how reinforced it is.
It's reinforced on
So
like
whichever
the
seems.
corners. So
All right. Well, whichever
Wood-
seems easiest in that case.
internal lock, because I always love a good internal lock. So I've got to smash in the top. You wanna just really quickly, with no context, roll a d100 and hope you get under a 50. As you smash in the lock, you hear this ching that sounds like glass smashing. And as you open up the remnants, you can see it's a little wet on the inside.
Its potion just broke.
Why is it wet?
I bet it's cat's piss.
You do
What's that?
see a small bag, a rather large sheathed weapon, not as long as a greatsword, but yeah, it's average, you know, and a small sheathed dagger, and rolled up
Big is
piece
his
of paper.
chest.
It's
Fucking hell. Right.
Yeah, you know, it's actually kind of big. It's like 40 inches. It's 100 centimeters.
Okay. So hold on.
It's just a long
Um,
sword.
It's average.
Scroll, weapon, dagger, liquid, and a pouch. You said.
Yes.
All right. He'll take all that out of the chest, and place it neatly on the ground next to him, like a blanket he might have gotten.
Is the scroll
He'll-
still usable since it's wet now?
I hope so. I need to sneeze for like half an hour now. It's getting to me. And with 2 fingers, he'll dab some of the liquid. First, smell it. If it doesn't smell like piss, which, to be fair, he probably wouldn't be able to smell it at all. He'll try and taste some of it. See if it's like a poison, if something that might affect these items, or
So,
his head might just
given-
explode. Who knows?
Given there's some light here, as you look at it, it's like a thin red over the bottom with now streaks of yellow running through it. You can definitely taste that there is. It was alchemical in nature, but it wasn't corrosive or ill-meaning.
That would have been real painful if you just drank some corrosive liquid.
Just chugs a
My
bottle of
grand-
sulfuric acid.
My grandmother is suddenly FaceTiming me.
Tell her I said hi.
Let her play with it.
Hang on.
You can play Amber.
Play Amber.
Let's teach your grand the rules of D&D.
Bless you.
She knew you needed to sneeze. She phoned to make you sneeze.
Oh, that was good. Anyway, he'll bring all the shit over. He'll give the scroll to Amber and sign. You're hopefully the smartest here. You might be able to read this.
I'm going to get this little gander. What's this written in?
No need to reply to me.
Why are you giving it a male goose?
I mean, gander is in C, partner.
Right.
Is that what a male goose is called? A gander?
The weapon he got, can he unsheath it? With everything I say, I expect it to blow up or something. So he'll carefully unsheath it.
Standing right in the middle of all of us.
Do I have
I mean,
paranoid?
technically didn't pick it up.
Hey, I got this treasure for the both of us, alright? If I go down, y'all... No, okay, he'll go back out there.
I mean, I didn't detect
Give
no
us-
magic!
I didn't detect none. Check here. Got a thing. I got Control F. D&D Beyond is really good for like giving me the images. Let's see here.
Do we finally get a bag of holding?
No.
Is that the pouch?
All bags hold thing.
Is you take is it the sword out or the dagger out? What do you pull out first?
If it's obvious it's a dagger, he'd pull out the sword. Apparently, I
Yep.
didn't know it was a sword.
As you start to pull out the sword, it starts to get really fucking bright.
Right. We will place that back in the sheath and pretend it is normal for a weapon to glow.
You see,
Is that a glow stick?
as you're doing that thing that most dads fail to do, you notice the handle.
The handle, what? Crescent?
Image.
I don't. Oh, yeah. I said crescent. From the image, it Jesus Christ. It looks to be a rapier.
It is a rapier.
All right. Unsheath the dagger as well. See if that is anything dynamite-wise.
The dagger is incredibly shiny on the edge, but incredibly dull all round, and it seems to have like a dwarven pattern that seems to be etched into the blade.
All right.
It seems very hard metal.
Right. And
Fucking heard that.
he'll
Heard
take
that.
a gander inside of the pouch, but let me first add all this to my sheet real quick. No rapier. So, right. And blunt dagger.
Can I take a look at the scroll while this is going on? Because
Yep.
I don't know what it's the scroll of or if it means anything.
As Amber takes a look at the scroll,
Shit.
it is a scroll of Entangle, first level spell.
Well, I see. This is a scroll of lassoing.
Clive will sign. Seeing as we're in the jungle for so long, maybe you can add it to your spellbook. And open the
Not a
pouch and
bad
see what's
idea,
inside of it.
partner.
And then, sorry, what was that, Gark?
Open a pouch and see what's inside.
There's
Hopefully it's
about
not
4
an explosion.
rations worth of still quite okay looking jerky and dried fruits.
Oh, yes. More food. More food for the food god. Oh, what the fuck? Add those together. Alright, cool. He'll come back to camp and tell of the rapier and the dagger and their descriptions. Slightly unsheath the rapier so that it glows once again. And then sheath it back in. Sign,
Is that- I don't know. Amber is a wizard. Would she recognize that sword as anything she'd know about?
Oh, an Arcana check could let her know.
Would
All
detect
right,
magic
let me
still-
give
still
that
be up?
air test.
And Tom, you were saying there, sorry?
Would detect magic still be working?
Detect magic, I think it's up for 10 minutes. It's up for 10 minutes, yeah. So,
I mean,
That's an
Pepsi's
eight.
rolling.
yeah.
Yeah, in character. He's rolling in character for Arcana checks.
So, let's see here. So, the rapier's light is not created by a spell. And... Well, that just doesn't make sense. So we're running 2024 rules here. So by 2024 rules, the dagger is magical.
Is it not supposed to be?
In 2014, it was not.
Are we?
It was silvered.
No, adamantine.
Huh.
Adamantine's considered magic.
It's considered magical according to the 2024 Dungeon Master's Guide, but according to Xanathar's Guide to Everything, where the item was first introduced, it's just mundane.
Not technically. It was considered a rare item. It had properties. They had adamantine armor, which was magical.
Because that could negate a crit. I think that was the magical thing about it.
Adamantine weapons did extra damage against
Constructs.
objects and constructs.
Whenever you hit with a adamantine thing, it's a critical hit.
I suspect they did it so that you couldn't enchant an adamantine weapon to get double effects. And stack them.
I like that a lot. So yeah, the dagger also glows a faint glow of magic, as does the swirling liquid in the box. It has a little aura of itself. Where's Yikareth when you need them? Pardon me.
He's
A bit
not
of...
going to carry around a box all day.
If it's in range. A touch of the divination and whatever haste falls under.
Well, Clove was saying that he's not going to use either weapon ever. So if anyone else wants them, otherwise he'll just probably sell them once we finally get to Mesro.
If Itchy or Hura want either weapon.
I already have the dagger.
Does Hero have
Do
it?
you want a
Well,
second
you have a
one?
dagger, but you don't have a magical dagger.
Technically, yes.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I have 3 daggers, one of which is magical.
Hurrell
Oh, I
has
need
the
plates.
packed longsword, which uses charisma.
Does she want pack weight?
I believe the modifier would still be the same, correct me if I'm wrong? Yeah, modifier would still be the same as with the damages.
Yeah, but she would get the bonus of any magical ability this weapon has.
Is it okay if? Oh, sorry.
No, you got this. I was just gonna read. I was just reading something.
Is it okay if I add the adamantine dagger to my sheet?
Yeah.
Cool.
I might have a use for that little pokey stick, referring to the rapier.
Oh, okay. With pokey sticks. Yeah, he'll give you the rapier.
Thank you kindly.
We'll sign it glows when unsheathed, so be careful that you don't attract any
Does it only
creatures.
glow when unsheathed, or does it always glow? You just can't see it glow because it's sheathed.
It always glows in
You
darkness.
know.
But
Do
it's,
we just see like a shiny, like a small rim of light coming from the sheath?
if you want.
By the way, just for the sake of adding it to my inventory, what is it called?
Moon touched rapier.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, that's a nice find, I guess.
Should have been called a moonshine rapier.
I believe I don't have the 2024 compendiums added into this, which is going to be real hilarious. Let me check. Items, consumable, moon, dash, T. Let's see. XGE. XGE. Let's see. Orb of Direction, is that there?
It's a thinking box. You just came up with quite a cool new item, Moonshine Rapier. As an action, you can pop a thing in the hilt and drink from it as if it's pure spirit.
There's a
Yeah.
bonus action if you
one
hold a torch to your face and burp, you got a 5-foot cone of fire.
Yeah.
No, it's a 10-foot cone of poison.
But it is flammable.
Oh, fair enough.
If it lands on a wooden surface, it starts doing acid damage. You'll go blind one way or another.
But if you use this
No, no.
ability too many times, you get drunk. Or you have
You
to
get
like
blinded
vomit
too.
poison or something.
You too go blind.
It's like that one scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where, what's his name, Captain Barbosa or something, pulls off his peg leg and just drinks from it. Turns out it's completely
Ugh.
filled to the rim with rum.
I need to watch those films again.
Yeah,
I kind of want to watch them again too.
I fucking love the Davy Jones ones.
I have a little sticky note on my desktop of a ton of films and TV shows I need to watch.
Why don't you just use Letterboxd?
Use what?
Use Letterboxd. It's like this
Actually,
movie review app, but you can also make like little lists and stuff.
Oh, because this is a sticky note on my desktop that's always there that doesn't require an internet connection.
Alright, fair enough.
actually, funny enough that we mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean, just really quickly, in my in-person session, I actually had my players play a game of Liar's Dice.
But yeah, as you pack up tent and head on out, is Clive leading the charge again, or...
I mean, so far, he's not had any issues, I believe.
Got us
So-
true, pretty boy!
Gotta ask, do you allow guidance to be used for actions that take longer than an action?
In regards to this, no, this is an 8-hour
Yeah.
type of trek deal.
Yeah, alright. I figured.
Fantastic.
He'll ask probably Brutus or Curl or Aziri to help out a little bit. You know, be his
I
eyes
can help you.
while he navigates the world around him. Would you allow me to roll survival with advantage?
Sure.
Alright, so you look over there.
Yep. And which direction are you headed specifically?
Let me double check real quick so I don't make a big mistake. I believe we're still going to Mezzo. I'm loading in the map right now, but it takes a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, so mostly south.
Straight south?
At least one hex south, because we only move one hex at a time. So.
Oh, and
which
are
brings
you
us outside?
are you
Is-
pushing for 2 hexes or just the one?
Is there a river to the south?
There is not. There's not a river really close by to us. But going south does place us outside this darker yellow area, which I'm not. I don't know what it represents,
Good.
but it seems evil. Wait,
Or
is
it
it,
could
is it a
be-
good circle?
Or it could be like deciduous and evergreen forests, woods.
I'm saying it's good. You don't know what it means.
Oh,
Are you pushing for
I-
1 hex or 2 hexes though?
I thought it meant area of undeath, but I'm not sure. Do 1 hex for now, and at that point, Clive will kind of do a group huddle and ask, "Are we all, good to go another mile?"
You have to make that choice at the beginning of the day. So
I do. Okay.
best to have that huddle now.
He will simply say, "Let's press on." We are built sturdy.
We are built sturdy. As opposed to built different, we are built sturdy. Okay.
I mean, everyone here is different in their own way. Not in a good way, mind you, but
Would you be so kind?
Hey, you eat people.
Would you be so kind to roll a d4 then?
D4. Do we also need to roll D47 or not?
No. So just got to roll up today's combat, brought to you by, incompetence. Me. Hi, I'm incompetence.
And during the walk, Clive will also ask the others, "Are we going to the port or to Mesro?" I kind of forgot. Right,
Mesro
cool.
had
Oh.
Mesro was affected by disease, so maybe the port, if it's not, would have more supplies.
Right. I mean, it's still on the way. It's not really a detour we're doing, so either.
It's only a
I
small.
hope we don't get lost again.
And wouldn't there be more seagulls at ports anyway?
Hold on.
Oh, you're right.
So there'd be more
What-
hunting.
If we start hunting seagulls at the port, we might get kicked out.
Or thanked if they're a nuisance.
That's it's a gun.
And they're very good deep fried.
Might be worth it though.
Maybe each you could set up some kind of like secondary business selling southern fried seagulls.
Sure. Who knows?
Oh, really? Fuck off. Really? Please. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What the fuck is that thing?
Yeah.
It's a word I've never seen before.
Lettuce.
Hey! I like salads. Granted,
You like American salads where they're like potatoes and mayonnaise.
No.
That's salad for them.
My salad.
Ew.
My salad is iceberg lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and then I will probably have maybe some sweet corn in there, some red bell pepper if I'm feeling adventurous, yellow or orange bell pepper, and then just a little bit of salad cream on the side.
If you want iceberg lettuce, you can send your former PM to the north. To the far north. If she freezes and
Okay, that's
Comes back
crazy.
We
Cool.
send a lot of them there.
So, as yous are traveling through the jungle, moving on through, your day starts like any normal day, or rather your evening. Yous are moving on through, and Clive feels that he knows the way to go, but he needs someone else to help him know the way to go. So does Clive really know the way to go? As he
You know the way.
continues in different directions and such. As yous are moving through this jungle, there seems to be a a weight that seems to lift his move. You see that off in the distance, as hills roll and such, the burning singular beacon seems to be getting closer and closer as you are headed towards what you believe to be Mesmeril. And as you keep on pushing through, the jungle soon seems to quiet. You start to hear just your breaths as you push on. You just look round and your breath is hanging in the air in little pieces. You start to notice this lack of sound. And then you start hearing some of the sounds every so often that don't seem to match up with what you've seen before, what you've heard before rather. The sharp rustles of like what would be birds flying seems to be a lot slower, methodical rustles that you don't quite seem to catch. You hear an awful lot of like branches snapping off in the distance, left and right. You just walk, pondering every step, every move. Every now and then it feels like something seems to run over your feet. You're going to seem to stop or jump up with a fright. Clive. You know
Hello.
that feeling when you're the prey?
No.
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
My
Doesn't
grandma's
his
calling me,
perception
yeah?
always have disadvantage?
No,
Wait, hold on.
always.
I'm gonna mute real quick. I'll make a check and mute because maybe my grandma's in danger. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. As you clock what's going on, moving through, you don't seem to notice. But eventually you hear the sound of running. Something in the jungle scatters off in a direction. You're unsure what, you're unsure where, but something has, or was, following you for a time. And has now...
Is it possible?
Yeah?
Is it possible to get a guesstimate of size? Is it really large or roughly our size?
Give me a perception check.
Can I give guidance on? Well, never mind.
There
Yep.
were multiple.
Oh.
You just look round and you can see that Scyllida is looking around rather cautiously in other directions and mainly up and down. And she looks round and puts her hand towards her short sword, almost half drawing it as she looks around. She too seems quite paranoid. These are moving through, enjoying all the beautiful things that Chult has to offer. You soon start to notice the temperature. Boy, does it drop.
Oh, good.
It starts off this nice, cool breeze, but the more you come to it, you soon pass by the trees and notice this rather large... This is why I said what the fuck. You see this sphere, 120-foot radius behind some thicket, completely frozen in winter. A winterscape. All the plants, all the surfaces are covered with a glittering ice and frost. The temperature here is now a crisp, cool -30 Fahrenheit.
How much is that in Celsius?
-30 Fahrenheit is about -35 Celsius.
Oh, that is very cold.
I think it's only slightly warmer than Icewind Dale. Only
Damn.
slightly. As you look like, you can see all manner of like creatures stuck. He's like a snake that was like trying to go out, that it seemed to be like stuck in place, as it seemed to be jumping to like take out a rabbit, which has also been frozen in place in time. This almost BBC's Earth picturesque shot of the wild in action. It seems to glisten. It looks beautiful, amazing. A winter wonderland. In the middle of a jungle.
You know how
I don't think this is
drowning,
normal.
you know how drowning is the most common cause of death in the Sahara Desert? I don't think we're prepared for this. We should probably
What's
like
the
head
Sa- what's the
around
Sahara?
this. What?
What's the Sahara?
What's a Sahara?
That was out of character. I thought that was obvious because I mentioned something that was out of character. Or out of this world.
So it's not looking to like.
Can we see through it?
Yeah,
Can we see through it?
yeah, it's just a wide section of jungle that seems to be frozen. It's... You can walk
So
on
did
it and
I-
everything.
Feel like there's a rabbit. Is that in the middle or is that by the edge?
That's just by the edge.
In the middle of it. If it's a sphere.
I think when it says sphere, the way that it might be talking is how it also encompasses the up parts as well. Like it goes up trees, but there's certain parts of trees that are frozen that then just go back to being normal trees. I think that's what it means by sphere. That's the way I choose to interpret it anyway.
So it's
It's
not like a
pretty
snow
small.
globe.
It's not like a snow globe, no.
Okay.
But it's pretty small then.
Again, it's a 120-foot radius, which makes it 240 foot in diameter.
Wait, if it doesn't touch the top of the trees, that means the trees are...
There are some
Pretty
pretty
tall.
big trees in this jungle, yeah. I choose to believe that.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
it's not really moving, is it? So Clive will just sign, let's steer clear of that.
Hang on. Are there any seagulls caught mid-flight?
They would be easier to hunt when they're...
Exactly.
We could just put up
And-
camp here and just wait.
And the meat wouldn't go off because it's frozen.
I'd say there's like one perfectly preserved seagull that's managed to be caught, but all other seagulls that were in flight that got caught are now in bits on the jungle floor. But they've been frozen so hard and shattered so sheer that you could put together the world's greatest 3D puzzle of a seagull.
Isn't that pre-cubed meat for Clive? Meat for his meat cocktails.
You make a good point.
Tom, why do you encourage this behaviour?
Version
It's been
8,
Tom.
mate.
What was that?
What did you mean, Tom?
I said, Tom, why do you encourage this behaviour? And he said something, I didn't quite catch it.
Intelligence 8, mate.
It's just
I mean,
truly an intelligence
It's
thing.
free rations.
It's true. Let me.
Actually, ice should also be very pure, which means we can take a chunk, melt it down, and have perfectly clear water.
There's no like giant icicles in that regard. There, it's a sheet of ice on the
But-
floor. Sheet of ice on the floor, and everything that is an object is encompassed in ice. But it is also cold enough that like ice, like your breath hangs in the air a lot longer than it should.
Is there something in the middle of this where this, if it exploded out from central bit, is there something there that like caused it?
You can see 2 footprints. That's all. There are 2 footprints, dead center of this. And you can only tell that they're there because they're also the only 2 parts that are still technically jungle floor and not ice.
Are they humanoid footprints?
They are, yes.
2 sets of footprints, or like the prints of 2 feet?
There are 2 footprints, so 1 person.
Okay.
Well, let me roll something real quick to see if he needs a rat. Yeah, Clive will think, oh, Russians, 3 Russians.
How far is
sign-
the
Maybe we
is the
should check it out,
unbroken?
you know?
How far is the unbroken seagull?
He's just like, I mean, if you've got to the center, like, I'm not gonna tell you you're walking for like pure 10 minutes, It's close enough that you can get it with ease. You're 1 completely frozen seagull.
Do you use your force blast on it?
Wait, I think I should have. There we go. Without going into this area, I'll just take it out.
the lone seagull.
I think Ziri would have walked into the middle to look at the footprints. Does anything bad happen to her?
Quite cold, more than anything. Just very, very, very cold. Again, negative 40 Fahrenheit.
Clive,
Makes you start.
If you're not dressed for this, you'll be dead in like a few hours.
If you're not dressed for it and you spend too long in there, you will be making con saves against exhaustion. However, I think that bit was fairly obvious with the temperature as it is.
Clive will sign to Aziri. Reckon we should, check it out. See if there's anything dangerous that we need to cleanse, we need to purge, that we need to smite from this plane of existence.
You guys may be. I don't know if cold is normally that evil. Normally other stuff. Over at our guide, Cylinder, and say, is this the normal thing that happens down here?
No, this is brand new. I have never seen this before. What is this? And he like walks up to like a leaf and like snaps the leaf in half. Why is it so cold and hard?
Clive will sign.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it might spread if we leave it untouched?
You have to now put it in your mouth and let it melt.
She puts it in, like, kind of watches. It's a very uncomfortable feeling for her.
You know when you lick ice?
No, my people need it warm and humid all the time.
Yeah. You won't be able to use your tongue. No. Your tongue sticks to the ice.
She's not too sure what this is, but she just like put this leaf in her mouth and it's just like letting it melt, and it is quite uncomfortable. I also imagine that's probably going to burn Persillida.
That's a severe brain freeze, probably. Yeah.
Running around, just a bit of fucking frozen ice. They're like, hey, for a good 5 minutes. But yeah.
Clive would sign. Do you reckon the light of Lathander would protect us. Specifically mentioning the times that me and Desiri activated our inner radiance, the celestial revelation thing, which
I don't
states,
glow like you. I get wings. Or something about wings.
oh shit, it's only Clive that does it.
I don't know what Vox does.
I have activated it, yeah.
Yeah, it just forgets what
Oh,
you do when you do
I
it.
need to sign that to Vox. And we'll ask in general, should we get rid of this in case it might spread? Or should we just leave it be?
Oh, I don't know. There are footprints here. Does anything happen to them? Are they just staying there, or are they walking around?
There is like what could be described as like little bits of snow in them, but that's more than likely just because of like your radiated heat that's being dissipated and frozen.
It's not like a path of footprints leading out of this cold area. They just two that are in the middle, and then nothing else.
There does seem
Isn't
to
there
like
someone?
the set does seem to go for about 2 or 3 steps before it just vanishes. It seems to like be cracked, pure. It seems to be going in the direction you came from.
I will mention this to everyone. It seems like there was someone who was standing in the middle, and they're like 2 or 3 steps, and they sort of vanish. That's what she can think.
It
Oh,
might
I mean,
need saving.
we didn't pass anyone coming this way, so we don't know how long it's been.
It's only 120 foot, right?
Radius. Yeah, 120 foot from the center.
Yeah. Clive will opt. Itchy could help if he wants to use the searing light thing. The sun's fucking thing. Run in there and kind of check it out.
I would recommend to use like fire cantrips for this.
Hold on for a moment. Where is it? Where is this?
Breathe fire if that helps.
Wait. It is not working for some reason. Oh. There we go. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, but there's Eric has searing it. There's radiant damage. Searing flame.
He has muted. This is Searing Smite he's on about?
No. While Clive is pondering this, is he able to find like a flower that's been frozen?
Yeah, I would say relatively. You can find a few frozen flowers about here and there.
She'd like to like pick off a couple and sort of tuck them away, and then leave the area before it gets too cold.
Yep.
And
They snap
Starts-
off perfectly simply. Quite nice with this.
she wants to see if they stay frozen, like over time and away from this place, or if they will start to melt.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's going to move out of the area because she's starting to get cold.
Clive would try this in spirit and potentially retrieve a victim of this cold. Let me confirm this activity verbally before doing so.
Are
Yep.
there humanoids or only animals inside?
Only animals. As you crack them off as area and you kind of walk on out, and they do seem to be still staying frozen. They
Wait,
are
do you count UNT as snakes, as animals, or humanoids?
a classic humanoids, Vox, because that's what they are.
Wait, what about Purell and Amber?
They are tiefling.
Okay, not humanoids. Makes sense.
Fuck you.
But yeah, as you like take these out of your hand, like they are slowly melting in your hands. From the moment you kind of picked them up and held them in your hands as you walked out, the radiant heat from your body has slowly started to melt them a little. So there's like little, very slight puddling in your hand.
Well, at least we know it's not permanently frozen.
Gart's parents are doing the vacuum. Clive would cast Bless, use Inner Radiance and Spirits in there looking for the footsteps origins. Hopefully there's someone to save. Okay, just knock off all the things. I know what Bless does. What about the others? Yep, Inner Radiance with that. Okay.
Oh right, they brought the vacuum cleaner upstairs. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
But yeah, use all flavored wise. I see this as Lathander's son kind of giving him a small barrier. So bless on himself and Itchy and Ziri, just in case he might decide to follow in. Inner Radiance, and then just kind of sprint in there, looking for either a corpse or someone that is still alive. And if the source of this cold, what is in the middle of it, seems breakable, please let me know, because you might try and break it and see if that would dispel the quote-unquote curse.
So this is just like a winterscape, so there's nothing physical. It seems more like someone has potentially done something from those footprints to cause the winterscape, and then they walked off in the direction that yous initially came from. So yous came from the north, yous passed by these footprints to get to the two prints in the middle of the winterscape. As you look round, there is no humanoid I'd say there's no humanoid that you would like to save in there.
Can I ask?
Yeah?
Can I? When you're standing there, does it look like there's a big pile of possible predator animals? Well, no. Well, was someone attacked, and this was a defense thing?
Maybe. But you said
Like
I couldn't see humanoids I want to save. Does he?
Is there a
Sorry.
pile of like ice cube meats?
Pile of ice cube meats. Barring seagull. None. There is, as you can see, there is one person or thing in this winterscape that seems to have tried to be moving out. Whether or not they had any malicious intent or were just passing through when this happened is pretty hard to tell. But you can see this rather thin rope-like body that seems to go up into a full humanoid. Caught part transformation. Just a single UNT Malison has been frozen up in this. Caught in the middle of his own little transformation from snake to human.
Huh.
So just for me, 'cause
humanoid.
I think I missed it. Is this something that party has seen before?
Seen a UNT Malison, yes. However, not them transforming, but it's very obvious that this guy's transforming due to like how it's frozen. There seems to be like chunks of him missing that seem to be partly snaked.
very quickly, does it seem like he's still, how do we put this politely, harvestable?
Bruh.
He is frozen. Completely. Even
Completely?
giving him like a little knock is just like knocking on glass. You hear that like ting 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 ting. He is.
Wouldn't that mean it's like minus 250 full degrees in here?
He's been here a while.
For... All right. Yeah. If there's nothing, no one to save or no object to destroy, he'll quickly exit the area again. Don't know if you want me to make a save for it.
No. You were in and out.
All right. And rendezvousing back with the others, he'd sign. There was another snake person in there. Clearly, this was a defense mechanism. So whoever cast it might be weak in terms of physical things, but doing all this, fucking hell. We should probably be careful.
I think we should skirt the outside of this and look to see if there are any other tracks going in or out of it.
I agree.
Sounds like a good idea, yeah?
'Cause it looks like if the snake person take those 2 footsteps, which they probably didn't, then maybe there were more of them, or a few of them, or it gives some idea of where they were coming from. So could we sort of like skirt around the edge of the frozen circle thing and try and see if there are any tracks either leading in or out of frozen areas from other directions?
As you walk around this on the edges, you can see that there are numerous footprints that do seem to like be coming from a direction and then seem to just like nope, and they take like their own wide berths and their own separate ways. As you are looking around, getting the full 360 of this thing though, barring that one soul yuan tea that Clive found, there is nothing else to be seen in terms of hostiles. It doesn't look like there was an attack here. It does seem out of place. It does. But it doesn't seem deliberately defensive or offensive.
So just an out-of-character question, because I wasn't here when I think you fought the UNT. And the party fought them, were there snake-like ones and ones on foot, or just all snake-like ones?
I specifically, because over the table, I decided to give you all UNT Malison types, so you were aware. I actually wrote down their description. So, there was a Type 3, a Type 4, and a Type 5. A human-headed one with snakes for legs. There was a human-headed one with a snake tail. And then there was a human... basically looked like a human, but had scales. So they were all kind of snaky looking, and there was also the Yuan Ti priest, which just looked like Tom, did you watch Stargate out of curiosity?
I know a Stargate, yeah.
Gua old armor.
So yeah. So those 2 footprints could be from a type of UNT as well.
What are they like?
Let me really quickly.
Selita has foot, doesn't she? Feet.
Yeah. No, I was like, did the Yuan Ti wear shoes?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask.
Yeah, the Yuan Ti were wearing shoes. So. Just Scylla's been rocking it barefoot for all these sessions, and we've only just noticed she's got the dogs out. But yeah,
I'd like to sniff them.
Yuan Ti wears shoes. Boots. That's what it is.
I mean, it could be that this was one of those things.
If my people were to have cast something like this or done something like this, it would be instantly suicide. It's way too cold for us. This out here in the jungle is just a little too cold for me. Wait till you get into one of the temples. Yuan Ti temples will have you stripping. They are that warm and humid.
When you and Kiana talked to me a couple of nights ago about the clan, the Voldiatha clan, you mentioned something dealing with Anafa.
Anathema.
The way you said it, it seemed powerful. Could that have done this?
Most Yuan Ti priests. Most priests poisonly acidic. Yes, we gain no benefit from knowing anything about the cold. It's more of a hindrance to us as well. So they would... If there was an anathema that specialized in cold, it would be probably very useless to the rest of the clutch.
Are there more than one clan in this woods, forest, jungle?
Most of them, most of everything are really in clans. Even your type are in clans around here. There is the clan by the Vengeance, and there is the clan up in Balcuren, and the clan in Yanzaru. But
And
most...
if this is not your kind, would it be effective against your kind? It's frozen one of your people, or something in there.
It would be effective against
weapon?
their kind, yes. It would be effective against their kind, but it would also be mutually assured destruction. If...
No, that's just mad.
If a tribe got into a fight with another tribe, and if they had an anathema who was stupid enough to come out and did something like this, the anathema would be a major target in the middle of any battlefield. If they then did this, they would lose all of their troops as well as all of the enemy troops. And all it takes is one as you watch, it's like she takes her bow and she's like just dry pulling the bow, and you can see it in her face. There's like this extremely smug, like, satisfaction as if she's remembering something. It's very, very easy to just take them out with a single well-placed twing. As you watch it, just watch this huge red mark just rips down her arm as the bowstring just pulls off.
Fair enough. Maybe not an anathema then, but would it be some kind of like priest magic? Well, our priests have magic given to them by the gods. Could this be a new thing that they're trying?
It's always potentially a new thing, yes. Like, we can't rule out that it's a new thing by any measure. But it's not anything that I've ever seen from my clutch when I was with them. And judging from what Kiana has said, it doesn't seem like anything from her captors either. So there could potentially be.
You're not from the clan then?
No. I'm pretty sure the book didn't give me a name, but the guard will check just to be safe. Because half of these guys have got surnames and half of them don't. She does not have... sure. Come here, Selena. Let me see your sheet real quick. You're about to gain a surname. I am from the Sasara clan. Or was.
That must have been messy when you said your full name.
My people really like the letter S.
Mm.
But we dealt mainly with guerrilla warfare. And
In the jungle, that does make sense.
Is that why they keep attacking us, all those gorillas?
it is spelt differently. Which, again, I am not too proud to admit is something I only learnt within the past year.
Did you know that 100 men can beat the gorilla, but there's only 6 of us and we can beat multiple of them? Just with the 6 of us. You don't even need to be 100.
But also, we have weapons and magic. I had this discussion in a gym with 2 little kids, and they said the men will win. Then I brought up the philosophical hypothesis of, okay, what if it's a T-Rex? And we spent a good hour talking about that one.
Really depends on circumstance, actually.
Well, yeah, it always fucking depends on circumstance, doesn't it?
What I'm hearing
always.
is we're glossing over the fact that Gark was talking to kids.
That's just
oh, yeah,
his
I do
thing.
often. Yeah, it's my little thing.
Hey, do you have a Minecraft channel?
No,
Also-
not anymore, not after the allegations.
Also, let's not forget Tom also regularly talks to kids.
They pay him to that. When we say it like that, they pay him to do that. He went to university to do that, and those kids come away better from it.
Someone is paying him to talk to children.
Yeah, the government.
Interesting.
It's all about the phrasing. But yeah, she kind of looks at you and... Have you considered it could have been your friend?
Friend?
Well, Amber's not powerful enough to do this.
No.
Nope. I ain't got the magical know-how for this yet.
No. The
You
one
keep
that was
going
with us
you
for
keep
a
going
day.
sleepy.
The one that was with us for a
You
day
mean-
and then left.
Are you talking about that girl we found with the auntie?
No, Kiana's still with us.
He
Wait, you
died.
are?
Not Zig either. The
He died, yeah.
the man that was constantly cold.
Dalen. Is that who you meant?
What man?
Is it the guy that forced me to make my oath? I don't think anyone has ever seen him. So
The who?
never mind.
No, he was with us after I almost got killed or eaten by a snake.
Just keep talking out. Just I'm gonna go to the toilet.
So, out of character, I know who he's talking about, but Aziri rolled low.
I don't.
She doesn't remember. So,
Well,
Aiden is
I
not who
assume-
this is. This is someone who we found before we found Zig's camp and before we found the other ziggurat. There was a guy who I think we had to fight. Catman person.
Oh, the were-tiger?
Fought him and he was there because he did a sort of like a
Didn't we
cold.
kill the were-tiger?
Yeah, but he was with us. I think he been trapped by goblins who are wearing masks and riding on each other.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We really had that many NPC guest characters.
I would assume that she means Dalen.
No. Someone else.
All right. Well,
P. That's I got down Chappie because
Reminded
Scottish
you.
put on you put on a South African accent. It reminded me of that robot.
But I am not going to attempt to do a South African accent whilst doing the Salida accent because
Yeah. So
my
I've got
tongue
down
won't fail me.
here. Chappie joins the party. His wife is from Mesro. He's being attacked by goblins. Clive managed to scare them off. Death curse hit Mesro 150 years ago. And I've got next to him cold shield ? But Amber doesn't remember any of that, sorry.
Neither does Brutus or me. I don't remember nothing about that.
He seems familiar, but I have no idea who this is.
Well, if we don't remember it, it probably wasn't no importance.
no, it probably was.
Just like
Didn't do
taxes.
this.
Just like taxes aren't important.
I'm sorry, Amber. Have you been neglecting your taxes?
What? Well, I mean, are you part of the IRS?
Oh, God, it's Avernus all over again.
Oh wow, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Sorry, I accidentally pressed a button.
What are you, a cap?
So for me, what you've got to understand is I've just seen all of these hex moves come up that I need to delete. But maybe it was your cold friend. It certainly wasn't
Why would you
anything
do
to
this?
I don't know. Why don't we hunt him down and ask? Why do you? Oh, she can't.
Are we gonna eat him
She's-
too, like the lizard people?
I need to just quickly retcon that because you can't speak and she can't do sign language. That never happened.
Wait, if it helps, Brutus could be translating.
Oh, that's alright.
Okay.
I mean, I tend to say what you're saying either way
But
when I see it.
Claus's words are only meant for the worthy.
But if it was him, was this done before we met him or after we met him?
Do any of you know how to measure the age of ass?
The footprints seem to walk off in the direction that you met him in. Use we. If they go from where we came, and we met him in that direction. So therefore, I would hazard a guess it was done before we met him.
So this is likely a permanent thing. And also likely not a thing that spreads, which is good to know.
Well, out of sight, out of mind.
Global
It's hard
cooling.
to say whether it spreads or not. Maybe when he cast it, it was like 30 foot. And it's just like
Maybe it was
spreading
like-
day by day.
Okay.
A little.
Maybe it's like fireball, but cold.
What's a fireball?
A ball of fire. Is that so difficult to imagine?
Well, you never know. In some cities I've heard it's a drink.
Fireball like the spell from wizarding.
I wouldn't recommend drinking a fireball.
If you want to get drunk quick, it's a pretty good one.
Are you okay with this?
It's just, I'm just imagining Amber's hat has been replaced by a trucker's hat with a Confederate flag on it when you're talking. It's great. That from Wizard. It's like that.
I'm great again.
It's like Cletus from fucking the Cleveland Show. Oh, it's perfect. It's everything Amber wishes she could be. Legible and funny.
Is it the type of trucker's hat with like 4 letters on it?
Oh, I can only read up to 3 letters.
Mm-hmm.
You open a spell book and it's just like drawings of pen doodles.
You like take a look into Amber's spell book. All of them are three-letter utterances of like disguise self, change self now, mage armor, protect ass now.
Oh, it's Lester, not Cletus. Cletus is The Simpsons. Yeah.
Now then, how about we get on trucking through this as a hellscape or around it, whatever yous prefer. You two are the guides, after all.
It's Clive, you are.
Hold on, did you help me guide this time?
Brutus helped you guide last time.
Yeah, I think at this point it's been established that we as a party are better at guiding than the actual guides we pay.
I just keep getting outvoted, says Brutus.
Right.
Right. Anyway.
But hey, if we fuck up, you get a good laugh at least. Talking to Silva.
I mean, again, I am here at your beck and call.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he'll call for help eventually.
Once he starts to speak,
If he doesn't,
sure.
someone else will.
Clive.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. You don't know sign language.
Clive, can you say cat?
He'll sign yes, I can.
No. Ah! Cat.
So yeah, I know how it's spelled.
Ifrit will translate that.
No, Ygritte, I know you know how to spell. I'm trying to get your lover to say words.
He'll,
Wait, you two are
he'll
brothers?
sign the letters individually.
Out of character, it would be really funny if Ifrit now goes to Kiana to ask her.
I don't have a thought journal or anything for like Celida, but like you know that like highway in China that goes from like 40 roads to 3 roads? It's that. It's just that. What is you are still investigating or heading on through a little further elsewhere?
Heading on, because it's at least Clive would up to.
Yeah. I'm down to get moving.
Then, in the words of Will Smith, is you get Jackie with it.
Who, as we're moving, who has access to the map?
As in the.
I don't remember.
Do you mean in a meta sense or in a character sense?
Character sense.
I think it was Amber that had the map, although we just call it a quantum map. Everybody has it and nobody has it at the same time.
I have the map. I have the map!
Cool. Moving, Aziri will step up next to Amber and sign to her. Can you look on the map and see if there are any places that correspond with these names? And she says, and I think all right, Vengeance, Balkaran, and Nyanzaru.
Well, let's take a looky on here, sweetheart. And Amber will look at the map for any words correlating.
For what you're looking for?
The three
what was
clan
it?
names
Vengeance.
that Cylinder said. And Vengeance, Balkaran, I think, and Nyanzaru.
I've made it brighter just so you can actually see Pepsi. A bit a little like a. Hopefully you can see everything that isn't already in the obscuration.
Mm-hmm. And so you said Vengeance. I've
Balkaran
already forgot the other. Belkaran.
and Nyanzaru, I think.
Uh,
City wouldn't know the exact spelling, so
okay.
something similar.
So quick question. I'm trying. I'm just making sure. Is this thing something we can see? Because I see a Camp Vengeance, but I just want to make sure it's not a name that's in the fog for some reason and showing.
Well, that was useless. Poster map. Vengeance should not be in the fog, so you should be able to see Vengeance.
Okay. Well, there's a Camp Vengeance over there yonder. Like tapping the part of the map. It's near Mabala, also known as My Balsa.
Your balls. Well, she Zuri's still signing. She goes, Zuri said there's a plan of her people there, so it might be worth keeping that in mind or noting it if we end up there.
How loud are you saying this out of curiosity? Is this like something you're whispering to Brutus, or is this something you're like openly discussing?
Amber?
I'm signing.
Oh, you're
Sign
signing.
language.
Cool, cool.
Yeah,
Amber's replying verbally, though.
yeah. Amber's probably not clued into why I'm doing it, but
Hey, Celadie!
where is that?
Sorry, good. I thought you were done.
If she's not gonna, you don't need to tell her. She doesn't need to know. But where,
I
in
was just
relation to where we are, is this on the map?
You know, a few knots south. Hold on, I always... Is there a compass on this map I can look at? I always get mixed up. There it is.
You read, I'll light
Found
it
it.
up for you, Bibs.
I found it. Alright. Just a little bit southwest, let me just get a measuring tool.
180 miles.
Point. About 190 miles north southwest.
You call that a little?
You've never walked in the streets of Am before? I mean, the nearest liquor store is 300 miles. No, it isn't.
And how does that compare to like the distance we've come from the city? Is it similar?
Let me just... We're about 80 miles away from where we came from.
90.
Oh, wait, up.
No, he's playing her right. You know, she is a little
No, let him cook.
So deeper, but you can't see anything like there might be Balkuran or Niranzuru.
I mean, there's a port in Yanzuru. That's where we came from, though.
Would it be named after UNT?
Yeah. Who should ask the UNT?
I don't trust her.
I don't think she would have much reason to lie about this.
I mean, she hasn't really lied to us so far.
Not that we know of.
Exactly.
You silly bit.
What we don't know don't hurt us.
She has got us lost multiple times. Seems odd for a guide.
I'm fairly
Like,
certain
didn't
Cylider's
lie.
not trustworthy.
I mean, to be fair, we did get topsy-turvy by some horrid weather.
No, that was after.
Was it?
Yeah. She got us majorly lost. And, well, we got lost and she didn't say anything about it.
And she continued to get us lost all the way from here
tight.
to... From like here to here. Instead of down to here where we thought we were.
I mean, all we're just asking is if their people would be on the map.
And all we're saying is, we're not really trusting of them.
I mean, regardless if she tells us the truth or not, it
So
gives us some inkling.
Here's the thing. He's told me that there's this big clan of her people called the Voldiatha. and that they might know or have heard of the thing you're looking for. He hasn't told me where they are. They have attacked us before. They attacked us, and she points to me, Clive, she, before we met you. And they have like a picture or images like of a snake eating an apple or a ball.
Huh?
Hey, hi, so this is probably a good time to go ahead and put a pause on it, take a break, do whatever we need to do. We're going to go through some quick adverts real quick, and then we'll get right back to the game at hand. First and foremost, we are still available on Patreon and Coffee. Links are above, name is above here. There's now a ton of maps for different AD&D modules, some Dragonlance stuff in there as well, and some stuff that I've actually used in games as well. So go ahead, take a little look. You can support me on there if you wish. You can just subscribe here. Dealer's choice, either way. It's got stuff on it now. Now we are still partnered with the guys over at AdverntureOn. Yes, we are with them. Community of now over 1,000 members who are here playing D&D. Be that Play by Post, Foundry, Roll20, Owlbear. It's there, ready to play. Plenty of DMs, even more players. Open welcome community. Links below and also on screen. Enjoy. So there's a go live time. This is when games will go live here on YouTube and you'll be able to see them. So that is firstly in the Europeans, 8 PM CEST, 7 PM GMT. In the States, that's 2 PM EST, 1 PM CST, and 11 AM PST. On Mondays we head up to the frigid north of the Sword Coast once more to Icewind Dale to face the rime of the Frostmaiden. On Tuesdays we trade the frost with the tropics as we head down to Chult for Tomb of Annihilation to stop the death curse. On Thursdays we keep things eldritch with Vecna, Eve of Ruin, the 1-20 game where I even bring in new dungeon masters to run it with me as a player. Things are getting weird now. Keeping us firmly in the northern part of the Sword Coast, every second Saturday DM King takes me and a bunch of mates through the lost mine of Fandel where we try to find the obelisks and what lies below. I managed to stay in all of my clothes the whole time, so without further ado, let's get back to the game.
Good. Well, I'll let you think about that.
You get a frog blink.
Look at all this character development for Amber that's just going straight out the window when Ruby comes back.
She's got to write it down in her notes.
Oh yeah, 'cause she's gonna remember that.
The only thing I've
excited.
added is that there is a Scroll of Entangle in their inventory.
Let's find it something that'd be worth noting.
I guess
Cool.
do we want to head to camp the engines?
Well,
I mean, we
let's
can't
first
get to Mesro. We get lost going there.
let's first do the port, and from there get to Mesra, and then we can look at all the fucking camps that are also a bazillion miles away. By the way,
Okay.
do we? Because it sounds familiar. Did we ever learn anything about Ataz Mahaha?
Tazmahaha.
What?
It's pronounced as muahaha.
A Tazmohaha.
It's pronounced ha ha ha.
Because I remember that name coming up, but I don't think if it's just because it came up or because we had like a thing about it.
I
I think
believe.
Scottish was telling us ridiculous names of some of the things down here.
I think it was something to do with either you, Aziri, or Amber talking about some of the names on the map, and the guide gave those names, and one of them was a Tazmahaha. And it was like,
Look, Jesus, good heavens. Clive will sign it. Let's get the port first, and we can check out Mesra if need be, and then we can look at our camps because it's all, it's an all right detour.
Yeah,
Sounds good. A roodly toot toot.
It's worth it.
We'll go to the port, and then from there we can easily follow the coastline down.
Man,
Yeah, I am
being
worried about
bids
that.
for once.
Pepsi, I'm really concerned about the Flanderization of Amber here. That's what it is. The
What do you
Flan-
mean?
You went rudely
This is completely in character.
You just went rudely to
This is completely in character.
I know, that's the scary part. In character Flanderization, I love it.
So, do we move down another hex?
No.
You cracking open a cold one?
Also, no, I'm getting some
Oh, I
paper from the recycle.
I thought we were moving 2 hexes in a day.
Yep.
What is the
You're pushing
temperature
up.
of the paper?
Then you didn't roll high enough on the D4, so you tried.
Okie dokie.
But I will be so nice and kind. I know, right? Fucking look at me.
You can do that?
I know, I can. Look at me being so nice. I will forego for the first night and forever. You just get like the perfect long rest. Unless there's anything
Yay.
on a long rest anybody wishes to discuss beforehand.
Well, I would like to hunt.
The socio-economic state of the Forgotten Realms might be a good topic.
God, no.
I'll quickly knock this button for us. That way we all get our things. Character owners are offline. Why does it say Vox is offline? Vox is not offline.
So,
Not as far as you know. Not as far as
hasn't-
I know either.
It hasn't rained today, has it?
No, it's just been very muggy.
Muggy.
so why can I not add my water skin?
I did not get the pop-up.
It seems to think you're offline, so don't worry, I'll just do it for you, bud.
Okay,
It is because my water skin has
should I
disappeared.
refresh maybe?
Refresh for now, but I've got you covered, don't worry. It means less issue for you. Clive, water skin go missing?
Yeah, but I remember that
And
there
chest.
was a time when my entire inventory was
Dig up.
gone.
Pull it out your chest for you, buddy.
Well, yeah, thank you. Rations, I still cannot add the water skin, so I will risk.
If you get the exhaustion, don't worry.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
yeah, Clive's never got an exhaustion in his life. Despite being the most sick, he is the most healthy. Think on that.
You have to pick one.
No, I'm gonna hog it all.
Fuck.
Well, you do look like a hog, I guess.
So I just recovered an exhaustion and immediately got it back.
You
Yeah,
drank
sounds
from
about right.
external water source.
Yeah, apparently I don't have any water anymore. I thought I did.
I like how we always have this problem, even though it's not really a problem. But anyway,
I don't know, does a potion of healing count as hydration?
No, that would be
let's not waste it.
Damn.
But
The potion of healing is surprisingly dry.
That's salt water.
but as you are
That's salt.
moving on through, enjoying a beautiful night, I guess I got to do some good rolling. Da 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 da. What we all doing?
Hunting.
Equipment.
Getting some water.
So, that's it. These are awakening. As you are all awakening and enjoying your morning, setting up to go off. Use look around. Everything seems to have a rather strange tinge to it all. A bluish tinge, shall we say.
No, the ice is
What,
spreading.
No,
Is it like mist?
it is a mistiness, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Do
Clive,
you remember, Clark?
I wasn't there, but I remember the rumor of
Yeah,
beware the mist or something like that.
it
So
causes vision.
vision.
Yeah, that's what I've got written down.
Yeah, so Clive will sign and bring that up, you know, the rumor, mist, watch out, vision. But a little more expanded upon.
It seems to be almost George A. Romero-esque creeping in towards you.
Well, we should head. What is the direction the mist is coming from?
Oh right, it spreads a fever that causes magical hallucination.
Roll a
There we
d6.
go.
It is coming in from the southwest.
All right.
Okay, then we
So I
can just
suppose-
head east. Yeah, southeast.
Yeah, southeast here. Is do we move quicker than a mist does?
Yeah, it's mist.
Oh,
See-
fucking hell, it's magical mist. Could mean that it moves at fucking Usain Bolt speed.
It's it can take up quite a fucking distance. This mist. 2,400 square feet.
Clive will sign to Itchy and go, could you ask Cylinder if she knows anything about the mist? While they are gradually moving southeast.
Sure. I'll approach Scyllida and ask. This mist. Do you know anything about this?
Yes.
Could you explain to us what this is about?
Yes.
What you know about it?
Of course.
Then please do so.
There we go. Your manners are impeccable. You should say, will you, in future.
Could you more polite?
I could do something like that, but I will not. Will you? Can you? Yes.
Yeah, but it's
Just being
considered
pedantic.
to be more polite to say could you instead of will you, isn't it?
Foreign land, Gark. Foreign Kirk. Foreign things. Alright?
Alright.
Alright, it could be customary in their house to piss on their floor and drink out their toilet.
So Gark, in
Let's try that.
our world, if you're in the UK, yes. If you're in America, you probably would get a similar response, or you might. Yeah, I'll take things a bit more literally there.
Why did Clive disappear on the map?
Because I needed to put him
You've
in.
been
for a thing.
sacrificed.
I need to put him in for a
He's
thing.
swallowed by the
With
mist.
also, as yous are walking, and Shelda looks at you, and the mist is it's part of the overall ecosystem. Really, it's part of the ancient magics, latent magic that seems to have fused in with Tom Rolla D47, please, by the way, fused in with the
Weather.
overall ecosystem. With the with the rainfall, it seems to just linger, and then when the humidity goes up, and then decent weather, normal day, all's good in the hood. When it starts to, rise and fall, it creates the mist, and the mist imbues with the magic, and then people get a little, they get a little cuckoo.
Cuckoo, yeah.
Honestly,
How
on a, if you're out with some friends on a good night, it sure can make for some good laughs. You do just need to see a shaman the next day.
Right, proper. Well, if it's natural, then so be it. I will ask Brutus, will you, he's learned a thing or two now about the customs of the land. Will you please help me guide us to Port Castiglia?
Alright, fine.
So you, Scott, you did something. What is this?
That is me requesting you make the roll by clicking the D20, and there's a little advantage and disadvantage thing.
I see no D20 nor advantage.
Do you see the thing that says survival check?
I do.
See how next to your name there should be a D20?
I don't.
It's in my screenshot, really? I'll show you what I see.
I mean, I can send you a screenshot, but I'll just tell you that it's not there.
I want to see what you see to whether or not see if, I want to see what you're seeing in case the module's broken.
I want you to. Let's see.
Okay, module might be broken then. Apologies. Roll a D20, you have advantage. Roll a survival check, you have advantage, sorry.
Yay. Can I re-roll that with my inspiration that I hopefully hit you? I want to keep up the facade that Clive is a good guide.
You can
Would I be
re-roll
allowed
the
to use
20.
inspiration?
You can re-roll the 20 singular.
That's good enough.
If we get lost, I'm blaming you, and we're switching
Fucking
back
hell.
to Cylinder.
He got a sudden flash of insight.
What it is Clive can only go south. Any other direction, he can just only go south. As soon as you try and go a different direction, he just gets lost and goes south.
South is just like his direction, man. Don't take that away from him.
South is where the sun sets. It's not, but
As you start to push on, the mist as you start to move back and sort of take a wide berth and make your way towards Port Castigalar, was it?
Castigalar?
I was just double checking to make sure I was getting the right place for you.
Oh yes, sorry.
Let's get, especially because we were headed to Mesro yesterday. But as you are pushing on through, and again that beautiful hot jungle air, as so it does. Once again, pointing out more about the fauna and such. She speaks on behalf of some of the encounters she's had with lizard folk, and how she didn't realise they were as chewy as they were, as she watched as some people munched on them.
Wait, someone ate my lizard folk meat?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I was saving that for a rainy day.
To rehydrate it.
Oh, that's alright.
What the fuck is that thing?
What?
It's just another thing on the roll table I've never once heard of before as a creature ever. So, but as you are walking through, enjoying it on, she's giving you all this information. You are seeing the wildlife and such. Oh, this is just his own little thing. Ah. Okay. Still to this day have never... Ah!
Lots of reactions I'm hearing.
As you saw her, taking it all in. And she's talking, stops and looks, and she points up to the canopy of a tree. And she looks at you, Clive. Look, monkey. Can you spell monkey? You see this odd monkey, this huge toothy smile, it's hanging upside down from the tree, just kind of looking at you, and it's very inquisitive. It doesn't seem to recognize or potentially understand what you are.
I think I know what this is. Right. You say it's smiling, right?
Yeah, it's... Or it could be frowning, it's hard to tell, it's hanging upside down.
Well, we have no need to harm a monkey.
Oh, did it die?
We could
Or
eat.
what is
could eat the
probably
monkey.
as
I don't
well.
believe that.
Okay. As it looks at you, Clive, and as it does, it drops down and gives a... It seems to hobble on over towards you and looks at you, and it just very curiously... I think I need a gas piston already, fuck's sake. Very curiously, as... playing with your boots and like looking at your clothes. It doesn't seem to be going for your pockets like the previous monkeys did.
Yeah, I was about to say, Clive has a bit of history with monkeys. But with this thing being this close, does it really seem like a monkey or more like a monster type deal?
Or a primate.
You know Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Kinda looks like Koba.
Okay, I need to look this up. Rising of the Planet of the Apes, Cobra. This is okay. So a monkey.
This looks like a scary monkey.
Why would I lie to you? That's very clearly a monkey.
Yeah, Cobra's just a monkey with a blind eye. All right.
Particularly ugly
Oh
looking
right,
monkey.
yeah. That's Sue something. Well, we'll
Sick.
we'll look at the others and sign. What do I do about this?
Looks rather threatening.
Look down at it.
Uh,
Let me very quickly make a check. Right.
see, there are a few
Clive...
more. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought there was only one.
No, there's the one there. The rest of them are just kind of up in the trees watching. Very, again, inquisitively and curiously.
Where's
Clive will
Icarus?
sign to the others. Should we get rid of these because they seem a little threatening?
Down there.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I just say I forgot about you. I seen 6 and that was good enough.
No, I was like down here in the corner. I don't know why.
Looks at you there, Clive, and as it does, starts to like wander on over towards Brutus, monkey see, monkey do, you know, and it starts like shaking like your jacket and like just you hear like rustlings and jinglings and it like starts
Can I
Go away.
inside check
jumping.
the monkey?
Yeah?
Seems like a genuine monkey.
Seems curious. Morbidly curious.
Clive would throw a piece of lizard folk meat over yonder. Here.
Yeah. You throw the lizard.
And see if they react at all to it.
And you throw it down and like one of them kind of like comes down from the tree, and as it does, you know, looks at it and like holds it up and starts to investigate it, and then I guess like starts chewing on it a little, realizes that it is chewable and rips off and just kind of starts like eating away at it.
Clive will sign to zero the carnivores, so we might be in some danger if they are
I want to
hungry.
ready an action to
Have you
Eldritch
offered it a
Blast.
banana?
So, Azuri,
Have you offered it a banana?
meat. What's a
How do
banana?
you know it's? How do you know it's a carnivore?
Because he's eating the meat.
Yeah, but
Maybe it's an omnivore.
Hey, Scottish.
Yep.
Is
Wait.
this monkey thing in the book?
That is
Yeah.
a great question.
Bamba, have a little black book then.
No. Double check.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, it's not in the. It's campaign specific.
Gotcha. Yeah, this little monkey thing ain't in no book.
Clive would
I ain't
like
got
to
no clue
see
what
if
this
he
thing
can.
is.
Clive would like to see if it can bond with this creature over a certain something they might have in common, and he'll try and feed the monkey a steak from a particular creature.
Ah, yes, Rise of the
From
Planet
the
of the Apes.
previous monkey.
Yeah, if they're cannibal monkeys, maybe we can make some kind of allyship.
So you are holding out the means. It kind of like swallows.
Oh, if it matters at all. Well, actually,
Yeah. No, there you go.
I've got Greatsword is two-handed, so he won't do that.
You hand it out the 20-ounce ape steak, and as it does, it like starts to like sniff at it, and then tries to like rip this fibrous meat, and then as it does, kind of bites into it, and you can tell as it's doing that, it's a rather tough bit of meat. You know when you bite into something, and you can kind of almost feels like your teeth recess in a little as you bite into it. It's going nowhere. It kind of looks like that for this guy. He kind of like rips this huge chunk off, and then just starts kind of chewing on it like bubble gum. As you kind of watches like its tail is kind of moving around, and you see like makes like little spirals as it's doing this. As it's moving and eating, the tail is also moving. Make a wisdom saving throw. This guy's like munching away, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. See,
I hope that passes.
you kind of just feel like this odd glancing in your head, this kind of like sharpest burn at the back, kind of makes you flinch a little. And you just kind of watch as this thing starts to munch away.
Could Clive make some kind of check to determine or to see if he knows it's like a psychic pulse thing? Like you try to shatter his mind or something?
I would say you have fought something done psychic damage before, right? So you would be aware that there
Yeah,
is
I'm aware.
some type of psychic fuckery at play. You're just not too
Yeah.
sure where it's coming from. Is this guy here is just munching on his ape steak. This guy here at this point, Brutus, he's in like your back pockets and just like he's trying to put her trousers
can't
down.
move.
Hilarious.
Clive will turn to
Oh.
Azuri, Itchy, and sign. These creatures seem to attack mentally. Or something here does, but I'm assuming the creatures does.
Oh, am I supposed to be able to move?
Are you sure you weren't just being hypnotized by the moving of the tail?
Pepsi, you can't move?
Yeah, I can't grab Brutus or Ember's token.
Oh, it's peculiar. Let me fix that. Burr?
No, probably not. I'm fairly sure they
Bruce?
trying to burst our brains open.
I still can't select either of them.
You have ownership of both. Maybe want to do a refresh, perhaps?
Sure. But either way, Brutus is moving away from the monkey. Just so it stops bothering him.
He'll throw some cubes over here looking at the monkey tree.
As you move
If
away,
something is going to happen, he'd like them to be on the ground, but maybe something happens to Brutus right now.
as you move away, and like the monkey just kind of makes its way towards you, Kareth. Starts kind of looking at him, and as it's standing there, Kareth, looking at you, and it seems to be. There's nothing special about you, not in that particular sense, but you aren't exactly
Thanks.
red. You just look like a human. You look like Cyllida. You look like Aziri. You look like Clive. Just kind of just looking at you, trying to
Wait, that's
understand.
mean.
Are you telling me we all look the same?
To a fucking monkey that's just seen you for the first time? Yeah, kinda. Kinda,
And there's
buddy,
no
yeah.
difference between a guy with blonde hair and blue eyes and just like someone with completely wrapped in bandages.
Listen,
Um,
right? This guy's investigating you right now. These three guys are investigating Clive.
Does this monkey come down at all?
Kind of comes down, yeah, and as he does, moves towards the meat. And what meat is it that you throw out of curiosity?
I'd say this one is the fillet. Yeah.
As you throw that out and you watch it, just starts to. This one seems to know what it's doing with this. Is it just starts to grab it with one part of its mouth and ripping up and making little strips and then ripping the strips off. It seems very familiar with Terrafolk meat.
And he'll throw one more monkey steak over there, pointing towards this one to go get it.
You see the one that's sitting here by the lake, just trying to bite into it, ripping and tearing as its tail is moving around. The monkey in the tree, it doesn't seem to move. This monkey, however, it does get kind of close to you again.
I don't know which monkey you're talking. There's
Sorry,
4 of them.
Monkey in the tree,
One.
specifically. This one here
That
just
one's
goes-
getting close.
No, this one.
Oh, okay.
Having seen Clive's signing to us about them attacking him, in air quotes, Aziri will sort of ready herself to sort of make herself big if one of them comes right up to her and try and scare it off by shouting at it.
Yep.
If one comes right next to her, that's what she's going to try and do, make it run away.
As you are here, Clive, Monkleh,
Do you want me to make another save?
why don't you make a perception check?
Oh, goody.
This monkey seems to be running around you. That's a good one. As you see, it's running around you, and it's trying to get into your bag where you're storing the meat. It's very clearly trying to get into that bag.
The monkeys should have told each other about the dangers of going into Clive's bag, and what happens when you try and do so. Yeah, he'll grab the sword, very quickly sign to Aziri. I don't think these things are going to leave us alone. Grab the sword and try and smash the one to the right of him. Unless you want to roll for initiative first.
All I'd say is you're signing that one. You can't sign and go to make an attack because hands. So let's roll initiative.
Oh god, we're fighting the monkeys?
These monkeys tried to blast my brains out.
Did they?
Oh, we
And
can
they're
walk
very
away.
Did they?
And they're very interested in our food, so they're probably going to follow us, steal our food, which means we might starve or kill us. I don't know. I always get a fucking 3 in initiative. I've yet to see a number above a 6.
You need to get someone with alert. They can swap with you.
Yeah.
You're really loving that alert feat so much, aren't you, Tom?
I think it's probably the only origin feat I rate.
I think
I
there
haven't
are
seen it.
good ones, but alert is for sure among the better ones.
I haven't seen it in practice. So, for instance, I think tough will be the most chosen one just because
Yes.
it's always on and useful. But I don't think it's as impactful as alert or a couple of the other ones.
Musician is
I-
also very good to just give inspiration.
I'm gonna say it now, musician's doing my fucking tits in.
You're welcome.
Two
So
people with a
there's-
musician background. Yes. You want to do a good old you want to do inspiration. Yes. Let's do inspiration. Everybody gets inspired.
Yeah, I don't use your inspiration much because it's a bit cheaty type thing. But I think alert can be very useful for actual gameplay. But I haven't seen it in play. Having thought about it, I like it.
Clive can now punch people harder.
So it's Hurrell's turn. Hurrell, who does not speak
Do you-
sign language.
No, but going on past things, she wants to get up a tree.
You're right. I've just realised that's not a
Rough,
tree. That's a fucking pterodactyl.
It's been standing there this whole time trying to avoid the monkeys. Just it's been holding two branches in its hands, just hiding as a tree.
Just trying to get by really slow. So what the fuck is it? Oh.
It's okay.
Yeah, by past inclinations, Hurrell will find the closest tree and start climbing. Dash
It's not
action.
the closest tree.
Vox, we've just discussed that this here is a pterodactyl.
What about this tree or this tree?
I can't
think
see
even
the
this
trunks
one
of
was
I
good.
can't see the trunks of those trees, and that there's puddle. And then what's your movement? Go up the tree 30 foot. And then we'll move over to the Sioux monster. Such a weird name.
An old fashioned
What was that?
first edition monster. It's an old first edition monster.
Ooh. It will swatch at Clive, since he's there. And will be again trying. So it's chewing the steak and the tail is going. Thank you, headset. I'm gonna request Clive make a wisdom saving throw. But he's doing that and Pepsi's doing that. So do you guys come here often?
Yeah, every week.
What's the
What
vibe
is-
like? Thinking of coming here myself.
Would this attack trigger my
Not a
my
physical
held
attack.
action?
Not a physical attack, you don't know what's happening. There's no way to tell something's happened until the effect is too late, similar to psionic spellcasting.
Okay.
It does have
Does it
physical
say
attacks
that?
as well. Yeah?
Does it say that about psionics that they don't require any somatic?
Psionic spells from Mind Flayers and Githyanki state that they require no components. Since verbal and somatic are also technically component, so therefore, by the rules of Xanathars, the spell just happens, and you can't counter it because you can't see it being cast. It's what I love about Mindful. It's what I say about Mindful. It's what I love about Githyanki is like they seem to be teleporting. I will.
That does not apply, right?
Don't know it's
Just
been
to make
aggressive because it is currently just chewing on a steak.
Okay.
Clive, however, is stunned. And in being stunned, also takes 19 psychic damage. This is all watches the monkey is chewing on this. And Clive just kind of seems to stupor almost. As the other monkey then like kind of grabs onto his bag and starts jumping up and down making noises that it's got the bag. Bag is secured. Brutus will shoot and
They just,
stab with
they
javelin.
just tore it off my back.
No, he's just grabbed it. Like, got his hand on it
Isn't it
because
on
he's
my-
been trying to chase you around. Usually like doing little circles, and now that you're stunned, it's like grabbed the bag. It's not taking it off you or anything. It's just got his hand on the bag now.
Oh.
Brutus He says he will javelin, shoot javelin. If it's close. Shoot or stab javelin, so I'll shoot with javelin. I guess the...
He moved to get 2.
I was not going to use the special ability on it. I was just going to throw it at the... I will need to move to do that, actually, because of the range.
Well, then would he not use his crossbow? Which is better than just the javelin without the light thing.
Yeah,
I think which
doesn't need to
would-
move. Doesn't need to move either. Sorry, you're right. So he'll take the one that's grabbed the bag and he will shoot at it because that's his rations, you know. Gone dig a dog damn my rations. So he fires at the bastard. I think that's a nat 20.
When
That's
he's
not
not
bad.
here.
He would never have rolled this.
Is that black or anything else?
What was that?
Is that black for anyone else?
Yeah, it's because it's
Yeah.
rolled from D&D Beyond.
Like, oh, okay.
He gets a nat 20 and rolls insanely good damage the one time he's not here. Throw a 19 on there. Does good damage. The monkey immediately starts screaming as the bolt is fired into its back. Still holding on to the bag.
Is he pushed back?
Is it?
Clive is technically in the road.
Hello.
It's the... Yeah, the angle of the push puts Clive. So... No pushing that one there, but don't worry. We move over to... Oh, the Sioux monster that just got done in. How nice. He is not very happy about that. At all. And I should have checked that multi-attack. 2 attacks. That is CR1, I suppose. Well, the monkey wants the bag. And Clive
Doesn't
has
he?
the bag. So, Clive. It will start to try to bite you. And then claw at you. I held the key for disadvantage. I'm so used to doing that. Regardless... Oh wait, no. First attack is a 16 with the bite, which does actually hit. And the second attack is a natural 17, which would hit. So damage die here is 1d4 plus 2, so 6 damage initially. And then, how does this read? This guy has 4 arms. Okay, noted. That image does not give me the vibe of a creature with 4 arms. Those are legs.
I also
It
only
does
saw
not-
2.
It does not have 4 arms, does it?
No, it's got legs, and the multi-attack is counting the legs as arms. As
What do you mean?
so, the multi-attack
In,
states claws X amount of damage or higher damage if the Sioux monster is hanging by the it says limbs. Sorry, my tits.
It's because it's got a prehensile tail which it hangs
Yeah.
off of.
So the good news is, Gart, you only take 8 additional points of damage, all slashing. I'll knock off there. And it does seem like this one is getting a little bit aggressive.
Would that
yeah,
Trigger
you think?
my...
At
health
that
action?
point there, it would proc the held action, yeah, because it seems to be getting aggressive. Bear in mind, it was shot by Brutus first. But it gets hit for 5. Did anything else?
Oh no, that was
That's
just...
a reaction. Yeah, my tits. God. This guy here will move over in his tree As he does, that's how much foot? 10. That's 10 foot, yeah. Well, he's gonna... He'll jump to the next tree. Staying in the tree. Jumping 5 foot, he can do that. Roll across. And then with everything in tow, he will just observe and technically dodge as he starts pointing at the other monkey by Clive and just starts laughing at it. Amber's turn. We're here, buddy. Amber will get in the diggity diggity dog and do the diggity diggity thing with the diggity dick 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 dick. And she will fire off a firebolt, I believe he said. So towards the one next to Clive. Dirty 20. For 9. Which will burn up this monkey as it screams. I'm just going to call these guys monkeys. There's the other monkey sitting there with the big steak. He's still chewing it away. The one in the tree starts laughing even harder, and the other one is just kind of standing there looking around gormless. Azuri.
I'm going to, as angry as I start yelling, "Fuck off, monkey!" And I'm then going to use my boots and jump up into the tree next to this monkey here.
Okay. So up and 20.
And then where is the trunk of this tree?
I'm gonna say between. I'm gonna say this monkey's kind of standing in it. Yeah, it's like holding on like a. Hold on
Okay.
both ends.
I'm then going to recklessly attack it. So I assume that's straight roll, isn't it?
Why would it be this out of curiosity?
He dodged instead.
Oh yeah, yeah. I already forgot that part. I'm so smart. 17 for 11 does hit.
Another. Is it counting my range? No, yes. Yeah. And then I'd like to push it 10 feet away and out of the tree, hopefully.
So 11. And to push it down, he takes 2d6, 3, 4, 7 damage as he falls to the ground.
He's prone.
Yep. Where's the lot? There we go. Did it else?
Oh, that's my turn. They're just yelling, "Fuck off, monkey!"
Icareth, the Sioux monster monkey here, is now laughing and pointing at the one that has fallen from the tree. The other one is still just eating away at the big bit of steak.
Well, this one hasn't done anything.
Pointed and laughed.
Well, yeah, but nothing wrong for us at least. Targeting a prone creature at range is with disadvantage,
So
right?
working on your logic, that creature there also has done nothing wrong.
Except get hit by a friendly, which means that it's, you know, the enemy of my friend.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No, enemy of my friend is my enemy. I will walk over here.
Yep.
Um,
You can walk out. There's no walls that are going to impede your movement.
yeah, I'm just thinking where exactly to go. I think probably over here. And then I will targeting this one. That's with advantage, right?
Depends what you're going to do.
Melee attack.
Advantage.
Nice.
Do we need to wait for
Well,
Vox to
that's
pick whether or not
uncool.
he's going to do radiant or necrotic damage on a CR1 creature monkey? Why did that only roll 1 damage die?
Oh, I selected normal instead of critical. Wait, I'll roll another.
I mean, I'll be
Okay.
honest, it's dead, but like I just want to see what the damage is at this point. Underwhelming.
Oh,
It
this
dies.
is
and then-
unfair because that was the monkey I wanted to smash his head in.
And then I will target. Oh, wait. Ah, there we go. And I will target this one, which
That monkey
does
really
look-
needs put out of its misery, Beeper.
yeah, I'll hit that with this thing over
A
here.
great club.
I don't have
Yes.
one, but this will work.
Oh shit!
I disappeared from existence.
It's alright, we all know that Clive got a 3 in initiative anyway. He was the bottom of initiative, so I can put him as a what?
see,
I didn't,
I always get a 3.
I didn't even do anything that time.
I know. It's Clive's curse.
So Clive gets 8, anything else?
Would it be an action to like try to see what's wrong with him?
Yeah, I'd say
Because
a
he's-
medicine check, which would be an
Okay.
action.
Okay, well then that's my turn.
This monster. It's on the turn of the stunning one. Let me check for you just now as well, so I can see. Or is it on your turn? Oh, you just get to repeat it at the end of your turn. Sweet.
Yeah, sorry, I was hovering over the button, so I pressed it as soon as the turn switched.
This this monkey here. Gonna look on round, making monkey sounds as monkeys do, and it's gonna request Aziri make a wisdom saving throw.
No problem.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this. It's kind of looking round, and as you feel like a nudge at the back of your head.
You
But-
can fuck off too, monkey.
Fucking hell.
It will screech and run towards Theatre Gay. Clive, end of your turn, no longer incapacitated or stunned. Hurrell, because you rolled the save, but it's at the end of your turn. Unless there's anything you could do incapacitated. Okay. Theatre will hand down an Eldritch Blast, the likes of which this monkey has missed. That's a miss. And so will cower, be like, Brutus, save me from the vial. This guy's doing great. As he just eats his steak, you watch he like kind of kicks up a little bit of dirt and drops the steak into it and like kind of covers it up with his tail as it makes 2 attacks against Clive. Both of which will miss. Brutus will not be here. I will assume Brutus will not be here.
Brutus was asked to hit this one, so I don't know if he follows orders from Hurrell.
So, I don't know if you recall, but last session Hurrell made a good point that Hurrell pays Amber, so therefore Hurrell pays Brutus.
Fair
And
point.
Brutus is smart
Is he?
enough for 8, and that would
Arguable.
push. See, fires that one off. Amber will be like, Arderg. We'll start singing the dueling banjos, you know. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling-a-ling-ling-ling. I've never seen Deliverance in my life, by the way. She'll move on a little to get a clear line of sight of the Monkleh, and will scream over, I got you, Aziri, and will fire off towards the monkey and miss. And we'll then look up and go, even a broken sundial's right twice a day. Azuri.
Zuri doesn't believe she's within 10 feet of Amber. So she'll go look at the monkey to the south and go, yeah, that's right, fuck off, monkey. And then she'll use her boots to jump into/onto this monkey here.
I believe that would knock you prone.
Oh, but can I make an attack as I do that?
I think the absolutely hilarity of you taking damage, you jumping from this tree, trying to elbow drop a monkey is the funniest shit in the world.
I want to do it recklessly, so...
Here comes Azuri with the steel chair.
but I miss. Ooh.
Does the ground get advantage on these d6s out of curiosity?
Hell yeah.
I'll knock you over to the Monkleh just now. So you want to, yeah, bish bash douche, and you take a total of 3 bludgeoning damage, which would have to 1.
Yep. I'm prone.
And I'll knock you to the prone. There you go. And she's almost...
And then...
Zero tries to elbow drop a monkey.
I've got 20 feet left, so I'll stand up.
Oh.
Sit.
Icareth.
Does the Claymore look healthier?
About as healthy as one could. I'll say they're bloodied.
Still bloodied. Okay, well then he gets one of these here.
Oh,
And this monkey... I mean, I could also heal it, but it hasn't taken any damage, so I guess that has to come first.
Not with that attitude. You fire off the
well, I'm a
Eldritch Blast
healer.
and you just smash the water.
I'm a healer at heart, you know. Damage isn't my thing. I'll move over here.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
The Monkleh. Well, it's given up all pretense. And it knows what it's doing. Is you've tried to elbow drop it as Urine. As Clive's been there. And Clive's been its target the entire time, really. It wants a bit of that...
this one?
Yeah.
You're talking about the different...
Oh, wrong
The other
one.
one's
You're right. My ass. Well, the good news is, I'll hold on to that in the event that you don't kill it. And
Oh, better.
this one here will instead look at Huarel and request a wisdom saving throw from Huarel. Yeah. It's really pushing the boat out. No, I do not want to be friends with someone called Nicole, thank you. And Huarel shits the bed! Oh wait, that actually, never mind.
The tree.
Yeah, the monkey actually can't really do anything here, because Huarel is up the tree. And... Oh, actually... Yeah. So, hang... 15, 20, 25...
Back.
Cool. Just in time to watch Amber be brutally mauled. So instead, the 11 will miss. In fact, will it?
She would have cast Mage Armor, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I haven't casted it at all.
Oh.
Does she have it prepared?
Yeah.
I think it's fair that she would have cast it. That you wouldn't, because you don't normally play that.
I mean, we've never retroactively done it before. When we forget stuff the character would do.
I think she has.
A
Yeah,
20 for
I think
6
she said
hits.
so multiple times.
And then that monkey really won't do much, so it's Clive. So good news, Clive, this monkey over here gets to roll new attacks against you instead.
Why did I use my inspiration for being a fucking guide?
Lathander
yeah,
giveth and
well,
Lathander taketh away.
So far, Lathander has given absolutely nothing but the runny shits to me.
That's heresy.
That's an action.
Destroy the
Sorry,
heretic.
yeah, do a quick prayer. What do I want to do again? So, real quick, let me...
What I think you should do, I think you should
He'll,
use your free action to go prone and get it over with as quickly as possible.
You actually make a compelling argument. And it takes all of my willpower not to do that. So I will end my turn instead and go take a shit.
Hurrell! Oh, what will Hurrell do? Can anybody
Someone's
guess?
mom.
I would guess Eldritch Blast.
You're right.
Hellish
Vox.
Rebuke.
You're right. Vox is a 12 hit. I'm joking. It does hit our monkey though.
No, it doesn't.
For 8. Sue monster here takes 8. As she womp 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 bang. You will fucking recharge one of these days. Maybe not today, but soon. Target rich environment that is the Clive. It too rolled a nat 1. So, you know, there's that. Clive takes 7 points of slashing as the Sioux monster's claws dig on him.
Did Aziri drink Red Bull?
Nope, we just forgot to take that thing off Aziri. And then we move over to Brutus.
See, no pressure, but you've been rolling fucking hot in this combat so far.
Got it. I'm gonna immediately roll dirt.
Your first attack was a nat 20.
I'm gonna immediately roll dirt. Well, before I roll dirt, let me see if I have any maneuvers and stuff I want to add on top of this to make this better. I have tactical mind and
The pussy.
maneuver bait and switch.
It breathed.
Gain the bonus to the... Yeah, that's nothing useful right now. Alright. So, cast Whack.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, I'm going to do a pushing attack with my Javelin of Lightning. Let me just pop that off. And then Abracadabra.
Okay. 12 hits.
And then I add the die to the attack roll, of which my dice is a d6, I remember, right? Should be a d6 at this level.
Is it? I don't know.
I'm checking right now, don't
Whatever
worry.
you want it to be.
The D8.
Oh, wait, it's d8. Alright, so I'm going to add a d8 of damage. 1d8.
9.
So that is 9 total damage, and it has to make a DC 12 save or be pushed.
Nat 20.
Alright.
Anything
Then,
else?
do I have anything to do as a bonus section? I'm checking my bonus sections. Amber doesn't look too particularly hurt. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. Amber, this close up, has a shocking
touch her.
twist up her sleeve.
I do.
Oh wait, shit! I forgot that you're Amber. Yep. No, you go, buddy. I was gonna shocking grasp.
Oh, I was gonna stab him with the moonlight rapier.
Oh, we were both setting up for entirely different things. Question: can Amber use
Yeah.
rapiers?
I mean, they're a bard.
She can, but she's probably
Amber
not.
is not a bard. Amber
Wait, I
is
thought they were. Oh yeah, they're a wizard. I'm stupid. I keep thinking they're a bard for some reason. But that's Hurrell.
Do you remember when,
I'm
do you
going
remember when I
to-
said? Do you remember when I said does Hero want it? And you said no, Amber does.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like that. I would have given that to Hurel, but yeah, I was thinking for some reason Amber was the bard in reverse. I'm stupid. I'm gonna do shocking graphs too.
Did you just
I'm a
spit?
fucking-
Oh wow. Well,
So anyways, it sounded shocking. Yeah, Amber's just gonna shake this monkey's hand, smiling.
monkey dead. Anything else?
Okay. No, just remind me to give this rapier to Hurel.
Ziri.
Of the turn, Clive gets some small amount of temporary hit points.
Yep.
Then I'm going to recklessly hit the monkey, still telling it to fuck off.
Yep. 24 for 11 will hit.
Better not kill it.
So, and pushes it 10 feet away.
And like that, the monkey is now swimming.
And then I would like to use my boots again
Thought
to
you were
jump
about to
up,
say that.
and then land on the monkey and try and sort of like body slam it underwater and hold it there.
I gotta think about this one. I will say you get onto him, as you up and down and land on him. To drown the monkey, you will have to grapple on any subsequent turns, and then drowning
That's
rules
fine.
will apply.
That's fine.
So, did anything else? Ikareth.
I'm tempted to just let you do that. So, Ifrit will ask, do you need help still?
Aziri's
who are you
assuming you're not
asking?
talking to, not talking to her, so she's ignoring you. She's screaming at the monkey.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't think you will have the opportunity to drown the monkey then.
I had to look at this. It doesn't matter, which is fine. So 19 for 9 will hit. I had to see if there's any interaction between swimming and attacking a creature that's swimming when you're not. Turns out, it doesn't matter. Did anything else return?
Is Claymore still bloodied?
He's bloodied.
Yeah.
See that little tag there, Vox? That means bloodied.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If Vox, do you see that? See.
I don't actually, but there you go. Here's your reward for being bloodied.
Thank you. Take a hit.
Are you still bloodied?
No.
I was joking.
I'm hurt, but not bloody.
Did anything else?
That's end of my turn.
Okay. We move
Is it-
on in.
Possible to stand at the edge of the water and hit the monkey.
Possible to get in the water and hit the monkey.
Here is dry land, which is within 5.
Alright. Might be a bit metagaming, but I don't want to risk it. So we'll walk over here.
So most of that is still technically in the water, Fox. Most of that square, so Clive is still technically in the water.
What if he puts a foot on Aziri's back? Like a heroic moment, you know?
Aziri
It's
is,
gone up to your nudges at least.
yeah, like you're not exactly swimming in the water. You're just in the water.
Right, well I want to make this cool, so please, Lathunder, guide my hands. Oh!
21 for 9 will hit. And then
I don't
she
even care if it dies or not.
hit. Oh, it dies.
Do this as well. Lathunder's son, you know, empowers my blade.
Oh, fuck you!
Did you mess up the experience?
No, the monkey's recharged.
Yeah.
They got their psychic
monkey
crush
see
back.
It's like a crush. Okay.
But as you
Ah,
drown the monkey, you see the blood in the water.
Big sigh. Clive would offer his hand to help you out the water.
Still hitting the monkey.
All right. Well,
Just,
leave
just
you be for a
drowning
little
the
bit.
corpse.
You're doing
And
that.
Clive will.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you go.
Well, I was going to say Clive will go up to Brutus, ask him, "Can you translate this?" And then sign, "Kuro, do you want me to help? You know, our hobby." And pull out his little dagger.
Oh God, he's asking if you want to help skin the monkeys.
Not just skin them, mate. Don't be so brute about it.
I am.
My name's Brutus. I think I'm entitled to be a brute.
I am completely against eating these simians.
Since when? Since when?
Since I saw they could do things with their mind.
You have helped me before with more sentient beings than these.
But they weren't
But, all right,
magical
he'll-
beings, my dear.
I'll do it if you give me a gold.
I would argue that everyone is magical in their own way.
Yes, you would, wouldn't
Clive
you,
is not
honey?
going to argue anything. Clive will start to pull the bodies together into one big pile and then start hacking away.
I'll help you for a gold.
Ishvarat will give guidance to Claymore. Not actually help, but just guidance.
That still help.
I mean, it's
That's
not
still
the help
aiding.
action. It's not the help action.
Yeah, it's still aiding, though.
Sure.
Yeah, but
Here you
Clive,
go.
Clive
There's
doesn't.
you have a
Okay.
+4 to
Would it be survival?
Yeah.
15.
These are very thin and wiry creatures, I'll be honest. They are like, you can see the defined muscle structure and also the bones at the same time on this guy. There's not an awful lot to him. You get like 4 days worth of rations.
Have you, by the way, have you realised at all that so far every creature I've ever harvested gave me 4 rations?
Yeah, that's because I roll
Lizard folk gave me
1d6,
4
give you. That's because I roll 1d6, give you 1, and it just so happens to roll 3.
All right. So can I add 4 of them to my sheet then?
You know
Yep.
why? It's just Clive's butchering is 2 butt cheeks cut in half.
Tastes quite earthy.
Wait, is it 4 per monkey or for all of the monkeys together?
For all of the monkeys, there isn't much of these monkeys.
Okay.
Like, they are thin and slender. You're not going to get much off the face. You might get, like, frying steaks, but they're going to shrink down a bit. The arms, you're going to get, like, the muscle here and maybe some muscle here. But that's not going to last too long. The legs have got, like, some pretty thick bits, right in here. So that's the majority of your meat's coming from their legs. Unless you turn their tail into a nice soup.
Does this water look clean?
Depends, what part of the world are you from?
I mean, like, clean as in, would there be edible fish inside?
I'd say no to the fish, but there is still wildlife there. There's just like way too many frogs in there for me to be happy about that though. But I would say there definitely be frogs.
I would ask, or if Firat will ask Amber if she could use the shocking spell on the water.
While Aziri's in it?
No, after Ziri is out. Is it only against creatures?
Right, so Vox. Think
Yeah.
about that.
I mean, I don't know if it's only against creatures or not.
You can scroll
Probably
up and
yes.
read the spell. It was only 9 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
Can
To a
Brutus do it?
creature. Okay. Wait, but does it count? You can try to touch it through the water.
You can try to touch a creature that you can see through the water if you can see a creature in the water.
Maybe
Fair.
Brutus could do it with his
Well,
javelin.
then I
There's-
will try
there's a
to
frog
hunt. I will
There's a
try to
frog
hunt.
There's a dragonfly here, and it looks like 2 frogs probably mating here.
I will hunt some frogs with Eldritch Blast. Actually, actually no. I'll hunt with a sling this time because Eldritch Blast on a frog.
Oh, that's
Wait,
where it
actually-
draws the line, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, it's Eldritch Blast.
Yeah?
Enough frog.
Should I roll survival?
No. Don't worry. Just, how many frogs are you looking to hit out of curiosity?
Like 3 or 4 big ones.
Roll 4d20.
Some frog hemods jump out of the water.
So you don't have a high enough to hit for that too. So as you watch, as like you're running and you take a look, and as you see them, you just then immediately just fire 3 off. So you just watch as rains all this water as the force of the Eldritch Blast hits the God, what's that stuff called? Hits the lily pads with them. Do you want to roll me 3d10 there, buddy?
Oh.
You have agonizing blast, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that. So as you fire off and as you wait, after a moment of all the rain, you then see like there are just bits of frog flying down in it, as well as 2 of the frogs have become party streamers. The other frog looks like it's just been shot by a 50 cal and lies there in the lily pad with basically its whole like front half just ripped clean off.
No, it's frogs and seagulls coming for you, actually.
I'd like to point out
Frogs have 1 hit point.
one Asima is psychopathic because they eat sentient creatures, cannibalize them. One is psychopathic because he fucking explodes any innocent creature that he can see. And one is quote unquote normal, although they do tend to beat the ever living shit out of people once
I
they're
just
already
start
dead.
screaming randomly.
Yeah. Asima are just war crime enthusiasts.
And you wonder
Everything
why
shit.
we keep our distance.
We are doing God's work.
Hey! Pepsi, who are you to talk, mate? It's not like your tiefling folk are any better.
Go on, name our war crimes then.
Being tieflings?
You don't do war crimes, but Amber and Kuro often sit just in the back lines just waiting for us to die. Brutus is an okay.
We're the frontliners.
You're one of the good ones. As a fans would
Jesus
say.
Christ. Mate, I'm just doing
I
what I'm
bet-
paid to do.
I bet Ice would let you into the country.
Gark, remember, these
Hello.
two are spellcasters. Just remember that.
It's still a choice
What
to
for? What?
not help.
That they might be in
during
danger?
combat.
No. They sit at the back lines because tend to be where spellcasters
Yeah, but-
go.
They usually sit
There's a
at the back
difference
line and do
between
nothing.
standing at the back lines and fighting and just standing there. Either
Listen,
going invisible, not doing anything, or just not doing anything.
Amber with the gang signs, and then Hurrell with the listen. I like my trees.
I mean, we've only got Amber's word that she goes invisible and doesn't run away. And see her.
I want to
She
go
just
collect
runs to a tree.
the frog. Is one frog one ration, or
There isn't even one
You
frog.
think?
There is half a frog, which is about the size of a out of season tomato. So unless you can get by on eating a singular tomato for a whole day, it ain't a ration. It's something you add to the pot and hope that nobody notices to give you fiber and nourishment.
I'll tell Claymore, hey, want a tomato?
You'll decline. No. I had a traumatic
Well-
experience as a child with tomatoes.
That's fine, because this is actually a frog.
I had an even worse traumatic experience with a frog when I was little.
Huh?
You do look like that, don't you?
So,
Yeah, this frog probably sound like that as well, Pepsi.
what is that? Can I ask, what is that pink circle in the top left for?
Because we used this map for something else previously. I had to delete a
Well,
Triceratops.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, that was the nest of
Yes.
a dinosaur, and there was a dinosaur standing right here.
Yes.
And we went around and
Yes.
Clive will sign. Shall we continue?
maybe I can try to hunt some more of the frogs.
Forget about your fucking frogs, man. Come on, give it a break.
Okay, is there something else to hunt?
By the time we're out of Chult, there's no wildlife left. It's just desolate.
Use push on out through the day.
Um, uh, since no one wants the half frog, I will sacrifice it to Lathander.
These
See,
are
now it's talking.
pushing on through the hot jungle. And as use makeup for the night because it's getting about that time. I will quickly mark off our 2 days worth of journey, or two travel times really.
We already did one,
Oh, there's two.
food-wise.
No, there's been the timing of it on the timesheet that you don't see.
Oh, gotcha.
The ticking clock, which seems to just completely forget about the fact of all of these other fucking spells. But you know, maybe there's a bonus in it if you do it before she dies. Who knows? I don't. I genuinely
no
don't.
idea who you're talking about.
Gark, how much of the story do you remember?
Not a whole lot. I remember most of the creatures and the general consensus. I remember that one NPC because he's linked to Icewind Dale. Won't talk about him more than that because it might spoil things.
Well, someone gave us the mission to go out here.
But as your time here, can't find my fucking sharpener to save myself, is coming to, and you all are forced to set up again for the night, as what would be, I say the night, the day, as what would be accustomed to. Use bring up the tents. Clive does Clive things, putting the tents out, I suppose, as he was last to put them in. Use light up a fire. And you start to enjoy your company with each other. there anything anybody is particularly doing? Bar hunting.
Cleaning equipment.
Well, look for some water because my water skin is soon going to be empty.
Yep.
And it might be the same for a few others among us.
So I'm gonna go to the Chiltern Peninsula map real quick and roll a survival check box. The amount of survival checks that people have to roll in this campaign, you almost feel cheated if you didn't put your fucking proficiencies in there.
Could I give myself guidance?
You're going about this for a bit, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Is anyone wanting to help me, perhaps? Because
Are you asking
we need
Garrett?
water for the whole party. Yes, I'll be asking around. I'll probably also be asking to get like the other water skins so I can fill up all of them if I find water.
Well, I've been guiding whoever you say his name. Clay?
Claymore.
Thank you. Claymore. I've been helping Claymore guide. I can help you too.
Perfect. So I can roll with advantage, right?
Yep. As you are looking around, you do find eventually a small, clear-looking stream more than anything. It is a small run of water. It would take maybe about 5 minutes to fill up an entire water skin.
I would like to go a little bit upstream just to check like that it's not going through any potentially poisonous area or whatever.
It seems to just be a offshoot of the main body river. It goes out for quite some time, passing by all manner of things, rock, tree. It doesn't seem to go through anything filthy.
Okay. Aziri, can I lend your cooking pot?
I thought you and Brutus were out there. Asiri's doing something else.
Fair enough. Is there some other way for me to gather? Doesn't look like it, does it?
To my
We're not
inkling,
using a helmet.
you got everybody's water skins.
Yeah, but besides water skin, well, yeah, sure. I can fill up the water skins.
Whether you fill up a large pot, a helmet, or a water skin, like, the flow of water's not going to change here, buddy. It's
No, but
going to
it's
take
to
just
help
as long.
Sure, but my intention was to like gather it in a pot so that I can put the pot above a fire, cook it, and then make sure that it's clean.
Then it looks like you'll be pouring shit out, don't it? Use.
I mean, I got these weird bottles in my bag. I don't know what the liquids are, but like I can dump them and get a few bottles of water.
It's
I have this
fine.
caramel-filled flask, clear liquid flask, and oh, that's a pill apparently.
You got blue magic pill.
I think
I don't get it.
that one.
I don't
When-
get
when
it.
you,
Don't worry, when you
Yeah.
need it most, you can take it.
yeah, it's blue magic pill when you need it most.
It's fine. I'll just fill up the water skins.
Really helps with your constitution and stamina. But
You're
as
talking about.
you fill them up, I'd say it takes a good 30 minutes to fill them all up. As the small trickling stream seems to fill them up to the top. As you just walk on back. What's everybody else doing in the meantime?
Clive, but this is a pretty big thing. But with the new addition of the magical items, Clive will gain a memory, an insight that his sword once used to be magical, and I'm not aiming to get anything out of this. This is just a new reason as to why he never makes perception checks during watches. But whenever he cleans his equipment, he's just going to check and see if he ever might discover a way to kind of retrieve that magic inside of the weapon.
And again, this is the big, long sword, great sword from Prelude, right?
Yeah, I think it was a Drow greatsword, if I'm not mistaken.
The Drow great sword.
Not looking to get the +3 by, but he's just wanting to see if it can be magical in any way over the course of the next few weeks.
You are staring at it, looking at it. It's not something that you are too familiar with in how magic works, as you are not magically inclined. Like that, I should say. Like that.
No, I know. That's why he's going to spend many days doing it.
But you know, you feel that maybe a drow would know more about how drow's magic works. How really the weave works in general. Potentially a drow wizard or a drow sorcerer, someone who can manipulate the weave in such a way, would surely know how magic weapons like that are made.
Would Clive, with his history of his martial order paladins, would he even know what a drow is?
Yeah.
Would he have exterminated a camp of drows?
You know what drow are? They are prevalent throughout the Forgotten Realms, and I say Forgotten Realms are prevalent throughout the Sword Coast. I don't know that much for certain. I don't know about places like Karatur and Al-Zarim and such, but definitely the Sword Coast. They are they are known.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. I forgot about Drist. Drist.
That guy that you made as an NPC in your Icewind Dale game and Scalpel laughed at you for a good 5 minutes. I remember that one. Just because he didn't have a token.
Drist is a very major D&D character.
I know, but remember you didn't have a token for it, and
Oh,
Scalpel was like, "Is that Drizzt?" I went into a 5-minute laughing fit. I remember. Good
okay.
times.
I don't remember that. But yeah, he'll just keep doing that.
Yep.
Thinking about it.
Azuri, what's going on in your mind?
She will be looking to plant sunflower seeds around the pond.
Yep. It's simple and easy enough. You plant some seeds around. Unbeknownst to you whether or not any of your seeds have actually taken fruit, but planting seeds is planting seeds, and that's what you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
So you plant a few as the Amber goes to bed. Early bed, fucking wizards. As also Hurrell calls it a bit of an early one. Use our...
I do think that Kuro would opt to take the watch with Clive. Or at least Clive will ask if Kuro wants to.
Yeah, they'll take it, I
Dead
suppose.
silence. Alright.
So I've been doing something like all session, and I've just realised I have a Sharpie, so I can actually do it. And it just... It's something I've been meaning to do for fucking weeks, by the way, so
Also, side note, can I pass off that Moon Touch Rapier to the Bard? Because I got the two classes mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hammer's just gonna go like, hey, this looks more useful for your data hands.
Well, thank you. And they will take it off your hands.
You sounded like Squilliam from SpongeBob.
Hurrell will take it.
You sound like Torbeck.
That was that one there. There we go. So, as we're doing that then, watch number uno is who?
Clive and Curl.
Number 2 is
I'll do it.
number 3 would be
Icarus.
okay. Icarus and Zuri on their own sums.
Fine for me, yeah.
Okay.
Ziri would probably wake Amber up to do it with her if she would.
Sure. Then as Iziri, as Icarus and Brutus come back with all of the water and place it by the people to put in the pots to enjoy the rest of their beautiful, beautiful night together. I say the night is fucking broad daylight, but you know what I mean. Please enjoy that time. And as watch number 1, Clive and Hurrell. Clive, what you doing?
What I said he was doing. He's going to spend every watch he ever does with the sword.
Yeah.
So Curl makes a check on his own.
Go, roll for me the d20 and I'll just quickly grab the modifier. Salida. Bruce here.
Sorry, I have to get my cat.
Modifier on perception. Ah, dirty 20, how nice. As you sit and watch as the sun seems to beat and burn. Barring you, who sits there staring at a sword the entire time like a deranged madman as the sword whispers to you all manner of war crimes and atrocities. Burn the school.
I was cleaning it.
Carpet bomb the hospital. You know you wanna.
Smash a monkey's brains and
Eat the monkey's gooch.
at some point he's going delusional and he just sees people as monkeys.
He already
loses
does.
all
I
touch.
think.
I'm gonna
Reality.
ask you to start making wisdom saving throws pretty soon, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I want to lock my tent.
That's alright.
You've been out in this jungle for what, like a few weeks, and you're already going crazy.
Newsflash, asshole! I've been crazy the entire time.
Oh god.
Tom, the little image that I've just posted in the chat, for you as you're seeing this, that's why I posted it there. That is the symbol, as best as I can do it. I cannot draw it to save myself, hope you've noticed. That is the symbol that you found in the book, colour, and that is the symbol that is burnt into the back of Kiana. I'll ask Hurrell to make it a lot more cooler looking. But
I think it looks pretty cool already, mate. Don't sell yourself short.
to make it look less like a fat chode is what I'll say then. To make it look a bit more slender. But as yous are enjoying your night, Hurrell ain't really saying too much, taking it from you, taking a page from your book, but yous take it in. You hear the sounds of the jungle, the smells of the jungle. Overall, however, it's a fairly boring day. Not too much happened. The odd bangs, groans, screams here and there. The usual. Doesn't seem to stir anybody and doesn't seem to cause any issues, so you imagine it's fine. there anything you wish to
Alright.
be doing at all after that, or just waking someone else up?
Wake up Aziri and Amber.
As you's
And
awake,
Clive goes to bed with his sword teddy bear.
Aziri and Amber, and they both come on out. Easy plus AM, and I used a totally different pen. Tom, is it you who wishes to do it?
Yeah, is it? It's like air quotes daytime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sleeping during the day.
Yeah.
So, although if Ruby were here, we might talk to her. I won't this time. She can. Amber can be reading a book by a fire, while Aziri will sort of pace around the outside of the tent, keeping watch, but also sort of looking at the plants and trying to get any sense of are there edible plants here that might be like fruiting or something like that.
Every now and then, I will say, as Amber takes the book and says, "Hi, Azeri, have you ever heard of a death kiss?"
Oh.
It's this weird little thing. Have you ever heard of a beholder?
Oh.
A beholder is an aberration with like eye stalks. They're pretty scary, okay? But they dream things into existence. And a death kiss is what happens when it dreams that it lost all of its blood. Can you imagine that? There's even a photo. And just kind of like holds the image.
Didn't we encounter a death kiss?
Yes. Not in this campaign. Just the first creature that came to mind, Gark. The first creature that came to mind.
Aziri just sort of goes,
I thought it,
"That's nice," and doesn't look. It just sort of like carries on patrolling.
As you are watching, listening, make a perception check.
I'm not going to ask for advantage because she's too busy reading the book.
You are walking through and around. You don't hear it at first. You smell it. This acrid smell, this burning type smell, like honestly like burnt toast or like a burnt spaghetti sauce or something. Just there is burning, but it's not fire. You're not hearing the roar of fire. You're not seeing flames, but you are smelling acrid and burnt. It's the closest. It's sulphurous as well, now that you think about it. I assume Aziri would know what sulphur is, but yeah.
Yeah, rotten eggs.
You smell rotten eggs and fire, but you don't see no fire as you're looking round.
I call out, "Hey Amber, can you go and get someone with a good sense of smell?"
it's a ghast.
I know who exactly to get. I'll fetch the mute.
And then I'll just sort of like
Would she?
try and keep an eye out and see if the smell is coming from like a direction or if it's coming from the ground all around us.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Amber's
I'm gonna
use
ask
Clive.
I'm gonna ask. Firstly, Pepsi as Amber to make a history check.
Uh-huh.
History check.
This is
Clive
important.
can't smell.
Look, I'm assuming the guy who butchers people has a sense of smell.
Yeah, I'm also gonna.
So, history. Yep, there we go.
I will say, as you say, you're gonna get the mute one. You do get a scene the flashback of a memory from a few days ago, where you watched as Solida told you the race of people that she smelt in the air. And she was right about one of them, because you didn't see the rest.
Never mind. Hey, Snaker lady!
It's both like...
That's so
You have a good sense of smell, right? Being part snake.
Vox, we done a lot of fucking with you whilst you weren't here. I'm just gonna keep doing that. Roll a D100. As you say that, you shout that out, Amber, hey, snake lady. You once again see as Icarith's tent opens up and a topless Kiana pokes on out. And down the south, Celida pokes on out, and in unison you hear, yes?
What? Wait. What are you... Actually, you know what? I don't want to know what you're doing in there. That's your business. But, can you help us? There's a weird smell that Azira smells. I'm wondering if you can identify it, since you have that sharp, snaky nose.
As Celida walks on out into the camp. You watch, she like puts her head up. Walks on over to like Icarith's tent and like closes it over again. Looks up and you watch as the tongue comes out once more and starts spinning. That's new. That's very new. Never. I have... What is that? She sniffs. Looks over at Clive's tent instantly. What's who is that? What? You can see like she is very confused as well. He then looks at Amber. And you can see Celida has no weapons. And she kind of holds out a hand, waiting for a weapon to just magically appear. But you can see there is a sense of extreme fear of the unknown. Like this almost cosmic horror is descending upon Celida, and she cannot fathom it. She too seems completely out of her depth. Zurius, you
What
are...
if we encounter an actual death case?
I recognise it. It's pain, like sensation or emotion on her.
You can see passively, very easily. She's normally quite stoic and stone, so you can see on her face the concern, worry, and confusion, but also the horror. This is an answer she definitely doesn't have.
Saying that, Aziri will shout out to her lungs, "Oi, everyone, up and out! Bad smell coming!"
Bad smell coming.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Clive will
Well, you
spend
might want to
5
get your shirt
minutes
on then.
getting his- Clive will
Oh,
spend
sorry.
5 minutes getting his armor together.
Ifrith will, I guess, cover Kiana before opening the tent, and then letting her get dressed or whatever.
As you are walking around waiting for it, as Clive is digging up armor, yous all walking on out, and first initially do smell like the rotting egg sulphurous smell, but then you start to smell the oddest sensation as it takes over all of yous. You all kind of like look at each other with this like weird mass confusion as to why the fuck can I smell bread being baked? Why do I smell freshly baked bread in a fucking jungle?
Don't cover having a stroke.
That's toast. That's you got a problem.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, I think it's an emergency. You shouldn't be stroking anything right there, Brutus.
What? I'm just
Just
stroking
you.
my spear. Stroking the javelin. That is very much not a spear.
You hear the rustle and crunch of leaves as the smell of baked bread gets closer and closer. Anything anybody is doing?
Donning the armor.
I'll move over towards where the sound's coming from and just start shouting, "Oi! Wherever you are, we can smell you. What are you doing?"
If you have bread, I'm hungry.
You once more smell brimstone. It is brimstone, but you know, sulphurous eggs and fire, brimstone. It's then from
Stinky.
out upon the jungle, upon the side, as Clive is still mid-clang of the armor. You see this dinosaur? Let's pick us up next week.
Oh no.
So,
Oh boy.
oh,
Looks like a dinosaur to me.